because you just had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of like all stories, anticipation, build up, all to like, you know, this like the day.
Yeah, there's something to it. It's not. Yeah, it's not fairy. It's not fairy tale.
For me, that's too much foreplay. Like I need like let's drive up Friday.
He's already gone off.
Let's like yeah. The HUNTR Podcast is brought to you by Hoyt.
Should be no surprise to anyone listening to this that back with Hoyt another season. I'm actually going to be shooting the AX2 aluminum this year.
You traitor.
But you're still going RX9.
Yeah, blacked out as always.
Blacked out. Yeah. Big surprise for everyone.
80 pounds. Big surprise. Yeah.
But seriously, man, I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. Every year it seems like we get a new Hoyt bow in our hands, and they're always a step above the last and just a step above everybody else.
Yeah, they're so consistent, man. Just their processes get better, you know, every year. And we've really been excited about, as we've grown with Hoyt, we've brought some others in with us. And we just feel like the Hoyt family is growing, like the community, and we're really excited about the people that are involved, excited to be a part of that company. And it's really awesome.
So for anyone that's excited about Hoyt, like Jared and I are, you can use the code HUNTR, HUNTR, on Hoyt.com.
Get serious, get Hoyt.
And we're back.
Hey,
HUNTR Podcast, episode 291. 291.
That it is.
That it is.
Thank you for keeping us in line.
Oh, you're welcome. Were you talking to me? Or
yeah, sorry. No,
you kind of made the just like anyone out there keeping us in line.
I'm still adjusting in and out of my like food lunch coma period here.
Little Chipotle coma.
As we're doing that, I will thank everybody for being here. Whether you're listening on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcast, those are the three main platforms that we drop these episodes on, and we do that every Tuesday and Thursday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you've written us on Instagram DM or the website, those are the two that we check the most frequently. And we have some HUNTR merch on the website. You guys can check that out. A lot of you guys have bought that stuff. Lastly, you can use
Penn State hat. No,
you did good. Yeah, you did the old. Lastly, you can use code HUNTR on any of our partners' websites for a discount in some way, shape, or form. And other than that, here we go.
In studio guests, Nick and Allie.
I was rushing through that to get to you guys here. So.
Is this 3, 2, 3?
Oh, at least three.
Whoa!
Yeah.
At least three.
We missed last year. Last year
Did
was
we?
Yes, it was crazy. We traveled from like September through January last year, like last hunting season. We left Florida in September.
You guys have a van last year?
We did. We sold it.
Oh yeah, we did sell. Was that last year? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Such a blur, isn't it weird? We were just talking about it earlier.
Tired of getting pulled over, Nick?
No, it was just it was a turd. It was a turd.
Oh yeah.
It had 4-wheel drive. It was
couldn't go near any elementary schools with it.
No. You could sleep in the back though, which was kind of nice.
That is nice.
Yeah.
So is that what you took around last year mainly, or were you just like travel?
We had that and a truck. But that was the insurance in Florida is crazy, so it just wasn't worth insuring. We weren't driving it enough.
Yeah, we had bought that van with the intention of being very mobile. And then maybe like 6 months after we bought the van, we bought a house in Florida. And we were like, oh, actually, we're kind of setting roots down
we
here.
can't have a house. We have to pay for it and a mortgage.
Yeah, totally. So the van ended up being like we would still hunt and fish out of it, but we weren't traveling around like we had expected.
Gotcha.
But no, and then Nick had his elk tag last year, which is kind of funny because then you had your elk tag this year, which is wild. But it was the chaos of all of that we couldn't come here last year.
That makes sense. Yeah, last year's just weird. We were even like trying to go back to some of our hunts, like even I'm like, when did we go? What did we do?
We based a lot of it around Iowa.
Iowa was the consumption for us.
We knew it was going to take a lot.
It was only 48 hours, but it was still the consumption of like our lives for the whole fall.
Well, this may be why it was kind of weird on the back half too, was like we had set so much aside for it and planned and prepared for it so much, and then it was over so quickly, and then we're like,
now what?
Yeah, so that
makes sense.
Yeah, that kind of happened, but.
Well, here we are, number 4. I think you guys did one in ATA a few years ago.
Oh, we did with Sturgis.
Oh yeah.
With you guys?
No, but Allie and Jeff sat at the table at ATA. That was when we thought ATA was like ending, and we're like, we had like a big cooler of beer and like a podcast. We're like, we're breaking all the rules. Let's do it.
I liked that. You guys had the setup there.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. Yeah.
We haven't done that since, have we?
Well, I think I paid for the booth with like either Stone Road or DeerGro or one of them.
Oh, you're like, we might as well use it.
Yeah, I was like, we might as well use it. So we used it. It was fun.
You had the hottest booth.
I know. It was great. Yeah.
which at that point in time was not a high bar, but yeah.
We'll take
We'll
it.
take it.
Yeah.
We will take it.
That was
I had
like
fun.
that was kind of like the end of our first year of doing it. I think it was 20. That would have been January of 22, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
We started in January of 21 doing it here.
Yep.
So, but yeah, that was fun doing it. So yeah, we had you. I think you and Sturgis did one with us, and then then we had you guys come in and do those, and then I can't believe we missed last year.
Yeah, I remember we were trying to coordinate it like same sort of time, and Nick and I were just fried.
Yeah, well, that's a
So,
lot.
and then we were going into his elk tag, and it was just like the timing of it was just too much.
You know what I
But,
would love
yeah.
is there a way, because Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday, right?
Always.
Today's Tuesday.
Always.
We should like just plan on it every year.
Yeah,
This is perfect for us.
This
Like
is perfect
Tuesday
for
or
us.
Wednesday.
Works good.
Yeah,
Yeah, because usually I'm here until the kids. Usually this is their last day of school. So as soon as they're out of school at 4 o'clock, like I'm ripping south at that point. But I'm here Monday, Tuesday, and we're usually back from any trips that we have in the weekend.
Yeah, that's my only hesitation in saying that is like, will we still be in Kansas? But whatever. We should just plan on it.
Good
tentatively.
chance if
Like,
Jared,
the week
if
of
Jared didn't
Thanksgiving.
kill this thing on Friday, he may still be there,
yeah, this
right?
crazy.
It
Something
crossed your
else.
mind, didn't it? Of
Oh
staying-
yeah. Oh, definitely.
Of staying longer if he didn't.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
cross-
So what was the story? So you did have him on camera before
So we hunted.
you went into that hunt?
So I'll try to, like, long story short. So we've been hunting Kansas Jeremy's been there for, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years.
We're in that 12.
12 years.
On the same property.
Same area.
Okay.
Southeastern Kansas is, and then so I started going like 5, 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so historically we've hunted Southeastern Kansas. Some leases we've had for a while, some have like come and gone. And then as we brought the dads in on that
We
trip,
hunted a lot of public down there too.
Yeah,
Like, there's
as-
a lot of really good public.
as we brought the dads in, we started putting them in like the known spots, like on the leases and stuff. And so Jeremy and I would branch out then from public and just do the best we could. And we had some good stuff happening on public. I mean, these shed right here, and we got some other slammers from there. And then the pressure just started to like seemingly, get out of hand to the point where we're like, this public thing in this part of the state is not fun anymore. It's not producing.
Yeah, the last year, so it had been 2 years ago when we were down there, the dads were hunting the leases, and honestly, they didn't have a great hunt. But Jared and I just, every day, we were just in like a new spot because we just kept getting pressured out of areas, and eventually it was like,
Yeah.
week's over, got to go home.
Yeah. And so that was 2 years ago, because now it's at the point where Kansas is kind of an every other year. You know what I mean? You draw with 1 point, and so we, every other year is kind of what we're planning for. So after, that hunt 2 years ago, we started being like, we got to figure something else out. We just go somewhere else. Like, we've got enough connections now at this point to just, try something different, go to a different part of the state. There's an outfitter called Antler Creek Whitetails. The guy's name is Roger Evans, I think. Reached out to us, website form or Instagram or something, was like, hey, love the podcast, soft pitch or whatever. He's like, if you guys are looking for a different place in Kansas, what we do. And initially I was like, we weren't interested in the outfitted experience. But
The dads maybe.
at some point, we were
Yeah.
like, well,
The dads maybe.
Yeah.
They're like, wait, they cook for us and we don't have to do anything?
yeah. And that's, I think, how he pitched it. And I was like, well, that's, could be, that could work, something like that, but still outfit. I don't know. Like, let's see. So we went and met him in person at the Great American Outdoor Show, and just the FaceTime, you know what I mean? Like, we spent probably 45 minutes to an hour with him at the booth, and we're like, seems trustworthy. Like, seems like,
Yeah, good dude.
yeah, seems like a good guy. Like, that could be worth a shot there. So that's what we did. We committed to going with him, made some down payments and stuff, and, started getting the dads all excited and scheduled, planned for our week and stuff. We were going to have the camp all to ourselves, which was a big deal.
Yeah.
Roger and, and family and stuff were going to be cooking for us and helping run the dads to stands, treating them like true clients, and was going to give Jeremy and I the freedom to explore.
Just go and run a gun.
Semi-guided.
Yeah,
right. Not
that's
guided, but you got the
basically-
access.
Yeah, we came back. We had a place to stay, which the lodge was awesome. They cooked food. Beyond that, it was just like, here's the properties, go.
Yeah. And so what was happening in real time, like while we were there, was like, so what does outfitted versus you're on your own look like? Like, are you going to share any pictures with us or
right,
so
right.
so we're finding all that out, and so the answer is no. We had very little intel. Like they have kind of a policy where they keep pictures and stuff pretty close to the chest, and which I understand because you know, if I show you a picture of a 180 and I show you a picture of a 160, and the next slide, I'd like to hunt a 180. What else you got? Like maybe put me over there, kind of thing. So they're trying to just keep everybody in line with that. So that's kind of what it was. And like they would share some pictures here and there, but I know
Did they allow you guys to put out cameras?
No.
He would
might have.
He would have, I bet. But there wasn't enough time.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's kind of fun though. I like that.
Yeah.
So you were truly going in blind.
Oh yeah.
Pretty blind. Well, other than we knew there were some big deer on the properties that he had.
Yeah, you could speculate that.
But at some point, like the place I ended up settling in on, there was like a giant. Like
you saw him?
Saw pictures of him.
Okay.
Did see him?
No, but a guy I know.
But a guy I know. I mean, him and her, yeah. But like seriously, like 24 plus inches inside, like freaking mega. But the last picture was like September 21st. So I'm like 2 months later, I'm like, I don't even know if this deer is alive.
Which is worth mentioning, did not deter the outfitter at all. Roger was like,
not at all.
He's there. And even the last picture was September, and we're like, are you sure? Like,
Wait, what else do you know?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That was just like the fact that there was very much, and part of it could be his mindset, which I appreciate. It's the old school of like, I don't really like cameras, but I have to use them. I'd rather just be out there and like know they're there. So he carried a mindset which was much different than ours, which is like, hey, that 200-acre farm you're going to, big buck there. And I'm like, oh yeah, like what's he look like? And you're like, I don't know, but he's there. And I'm like, you know, maybe in that part of Kansas or Iowa or whatever that could happen. But think about it like in our area, right? Like if we're in the big woods and you're like, hey, that spot over there, giant. And you're like, oh yeah, what's he look like? I just know it. No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's not there.
That's
Bullshit.
me. That's me.
It's the eternal optimist, right? Like you feel like there's a really, really good chance that, and it is cool. Like the one thing I'll say, like the place that I hunted was like, I don't know, ended up being like 400 acres. And like I said, it felt like A&F-y. Like, I mean, I was climbing benches and ridges to get to the top of these things. No cameras. He had nothing over there. And you're sitting there and you see a scrape or whatever. And like, you kind of put yourself back into that, like my teenage years where I'm like, giant could come up over that ridge at any time. And you're in Kansas, so it could happen.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't necessarily fly maybe in other places, but that was his mindset.
Yeah, well,
and we adapted to it.
We had 5 days, you know, which is kind of stressful. You're like, it's great to go in and just hope, and but it's like we have 5 days, and information kills deer, so.
Like I told you, there were several days, like the first few days, we saw very few. I mean, some of us sat all day, didn't see a deer.
Yeah, I can relate to that a lot. It like that true feeling of like you're hunting big buck or nothing. Like either a nice one's going to walk out or you're not going to see anything.
Yeah, and that's a tough spot to be in, especially. And again, we did it differently with Roger, but you're at an outfitter, so most people when they think of that, they're like, hunting, fish in a barrel type thing.
Guaranteed.
Right? Yeah. And that like we came out of there the first 2 days and we're like
looking at each other.
Did we fuck up? Like there was a definite thought of that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
it's hard to know. It's just hard to know. Has somebody hunted this tree before? We just, for the first time in a long time, we just didn't know. There was no like accusations being made, or it's just like, we're not seeing deer. I don't know. We've hunted Kansas before and seen deer, and we're hunting Kansas now and we're not seeing deer. So what's different? And so it's easy to be like, we're looking for the, what's happening here. And, but despite that, even after a week long of 5 guys, even at the end of it, seeing very few deer, we had 3 deer, all of that caliber, some bigger, within 20 yards. 3 different people.
Ooh.
I watched one behind me at like 15 to 17 yards. He stood there for 27 minutes and did not move. Not that he was on alert. He literally was just like standing at the edge of this flat, scent checking the whole thing, just chewing his cud. Didn't move for 27. I thought you like bet it down. At one point, I'm like, I thought my eyes were fooling me. Like he walked away already. Like did not move. And I'm like, every other deer had done the thing and like come under my tree, like right there, point blank. And so I'm like, he's going to do the thing. Didn't do the thing. Just turned around and just kind of walked off.
Was this during the rut?
This was a week ago.
Yeah, last week.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, towards
Woo!
the tail end, right? Like you could even tell like I've got video, like I was trying to video this deer through like just it almost looked like beach brush, but it was actually like scrub oaks and stuff. Mm-hmm. And like I'm like, where's his body? And at one point he turns, I'm like, holy shit, it's his eyeball. I'm like that close. I'm filming his eyeball because I couldn't find him in the thicket. And so I'm focused on, and he falls asleep, like standing up. Like you could just tell he was just like, I'm just like dead. And it's like you're watching this thing so close, and I'm like, how is he not? Like he just needs to walk 5 feet, and he's gonna see this whole thing. But they just do these kind of deer just do different things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So today's Tuesday.
Yep.
Right. I shot this deer on Friday, last Friday. Jeremy had that encounter with that deer on Thursday.
Yep.
And on Wednesday, which would have been the midway point of our trip there, my uncle saw
a booner,
that really wide one. Yeah, at least 70.
So he exists.
At like 20 yards. Turned and like walked to like 10 yards.
In a hayfield, like a hayfield,
Just
open hayfield.
No shot.
Well,
no shot.
So to the point of not seeing deer, he's been sitting there all day.
Sleeping.
No deer. No, he's not sleeping. My dad probably was sleeping a couple of times. My dad was watching The Sandlot.
Yeah.
In the block.
love that movie.
He was like, what? Texting. He's like, I'm watching The Sandlot. I'm like,
he's like, I've been sitting here forever.
And so his uncle's sitting on this hayfield, right? It's like 4:30. Sat all day. Hadn't seen a deer all day. He's just sitting there, and like there's cedar patches, so it's not like when they're coming through the hardwoods, it's a freight train, right? But in the cedars, like you don't hear anything. So he's just sitting there, and he said he just looks over, and at 20 yards, that deer's just standing at the edge of the field and turns and just starts walking to him.
Like 20 yards edge of the field. Like looks over, it's right there, standing
and
broadside.
He's sitting down with his bow hanging up, and he's like, "What do you do?"
His right shoulder, mind you. So, bow's here, deer's there.
Yeah.
And so he made the move, and eventually the deer didn't really see him, but the angle it took when he stopped him, he said it was really sharp angle in a way, and maybe he was shooting through things. Ultimately, didn't take the shot.
Good choice.
And yeah, I think so in hindsight. But yeah, it's one of those encounters that dude, it'll haunt Dale for the rest of his life.
Oh yeah, I bet he's still thinking.
We'll never hear the end of it.
Never hear the end of it.
Yeah.
So did you guys like not knowing what was there, or did that kind of throw you off?
It was early in the week. It was frustrating because all I wanted to know was like, I'm in the game. Like, am I even on a farm that has a deer that I want to shoot? Like, I don't want to shoot a 110-inch 3-year-old. Like, I'm here to shoot a mature deer. It doesn't have to be this, but a mature deer.
I'll usually save a couple of my favorite spots, no cameras at all.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Yeah,
it just keeps it so exciting,
It does. I mean, I will say, like, even the last night, so on Friday, after he shot that, like, it was supposed to stop raining, not be too bad. Dude, it was like top 5 most miserable hunts I've had. I'm talking like, high 30s, low 40s, just monsooning, like just soaked. And I hiked, I was way up on this point. And it was beautiful because it was like gloomy and rainy. And I look behind me and it's just big hardwoods with just cut corn, like in the bottom, like picturesque, like bluff country is what it looked like. And when I got up there, I was like big rubs, found scrape, and I had no intel, no cameras on the whole property, no nothing. And I'm like,
were you saddle hunting with a climber?
No, I don't saddle hunt.
Hang on.
Okay.
I'm a lock on.
Okay.
Yeah. Lone wolf.
A run and gun set. Custom,
Gotcha.
custom
Yeah.
gear.
Yeah. So still mobile. Yep. Yeah. And like I caught myself many of times, like, any second he could be there.
Oh, yeah.
But I also am like, I don't know. There may not be
maybe not
anything on this farm.
Yeah, I like that. In certain areas.
Yeah. Well, we had a long conversation, maybe even down there. That I don't know if we're skeptical of it, but there's definitely some questions coming in about cameras, cell cameras especially, in mature deer and avoidance and.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, there's some stuff boiling there
100%.
just from our experiences.
100%.
Normally, I would say, I don't know, maybe not, but like this season especially, I've seen several. Well, I've got 28 acres right up here, not much, right? That's where Carter killed his deer. And there's a 6-year-old buck up there I've watched since he was 3, basically. And he's fairly homebody in like mid to late October through November. And this year, so I've got like 6 cell cams on that place, right? Like squirrel can't move without me knowing. Uh-huh. And I got one picture of him in mid-October on one of the 6 cameras. Never again, which is really weird for him. I have one SD camera between some of those cell cameras, had him on 6 times in the month of October.
Interesting.
Could be just where that was and, how he was moving through there. But Shirley was like, how's that even possible? Like once on 6 cell cameras, but 6 times on 1 SD camera?
Also, in October, we were seeing deer on my Ohio farm that I had gotten a few pictures of, but like not any consistent, very infrequently. Like we saw them in person more times than we got pictures of them, which I thought was odd.
And you're talking about Jared with like a block of 20, 30 acres of timber, 3 cameras around it, and then ag, and still not getting them.
Like you should get pictures of them there. Yeah.
Weird. So I don't know. It's there's definitely something there, whether it's frequency or paranoia. I mean that deer was but he was kind of bumping does. I think some deer just get out of the right mindset.
Yeah, wait. Give me the story of like how this ended up, like the actual hunt, the day that you saw him.
And I'll spare our listeners a little bit because I've told it obviously now a few times here. Yeah. Jeremy could pour that for us at home. It was the last day. The whole week I'd been hunting my way around these. I had kind of 2 farms that I was not exclusive. My dad and maybe somebody else was across the road at some point, but I had hunted my way around.
Thank you.
Not seeing a whole lot to make a move on. You'd think like, because traditionally you're like, oh, I got a picture of this over there, or I saw some deer do this. We weren't experiencing either.
Thank you.
I wasn't running cameras or getting that camera intel, so I didn't have that to go on, and I wasn't seeing any deer. So I was like, am I just moving to move? Well, this could be the spot. Who knows? So, but I was just like hunting my way around, trying to find my way into something. I'm like, just something. Give me, something. And it was the 4th day, 4th of 5 days. In the morning, I went into a new set that was right for this northeast wind, a ladder stand that Roger had hung already. I'm like, I like it for the wind. I like that it's a new spot. Let's try it. Hunt all morning, 0 deer. 12:30, I have a 3-year-old junker busted up, cruise through, and I'm like, okay. So then I was kind of afraid to get down at that point because these deer are moving. Like if they did exist, it was midday.
You were very adamant about that all week. I
just felt
I listened to you, but I just also was like, ugh.
I know. And I'll come back to that in a minute.
You guys are like brothers fighting at this point.
I'll come back to that.
No, it's interesting because we'll say stuff and he may not respond to me or I might not respond to him, but I'm listening.
Yeah, I know.
I'm listening. Yeah, I'm just in the background like,
keeping receipts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah. So I text, I'm like, should I get out? Like, should I? And rain was coming that night. So I'm like, so Jeremy's like, yeah, probably should treat this like the last day.
Yeah, we didn't know if
the next day could be a washout.
It was like between 1 inch and 2 inches of rain coming. It's like, I don't know. Like it could be, we may wake up in the morning and be like, we're done. Like we don't know.
Not looking good. So he's like, if you're gonna go, you should go now. So after that 3-year-old passes through, I get down maybe 1 o'clock, and I just work down to paint a picture for you. It's like a long ridge, big ridge, really big, and like in the bigger, broader part of it, it's like an open field. That's where I was hunting in the morning, and then it's like a hog back. So there's 2 ditches that are coming down like this. This ridge over here is a field, big hayfield, big open hayfield. This here is like comes up to a flat and then comes up. There's a big timber knob back here, and then there's the property line. So I work down into the bottom, and I end up just sitting in the tree with no tree stand. I didn't bring one with me. Yeah, I just climbed up in an Osage and sat in the branches.
Yeah, old school. Yeah, that's really cool.
Bareback.
I was bareback.
You got to have a recurve if you're doing that, though.
I felt like I needed one for sure. But it was a good setup.
You also needed like long hair and
a little man bun going. Yeah, bring it back, and didn't see a deer.
It felt good.
It felt great.
Yeah.
I didn't see a single deer. Just a lot of Osage balls and nothing. So we see this weather coming in, and we're like, at that point, I think I knew. Jeremy was sitting at knob and saw that shooter the day before. So, and I'll say it again. The equation in my mind was Jeremy's in the timber. Jeremy's seeing deer. Deer are in the timber. So I'm like, I got to get in the timber.
That's the...
listen to what you're doing.
That was the paying attention. I'm like, okay. Got it. And so I decided that the next day, with that rain, I needed to push up onto that flat next to that timber knob there. I was like, that's the deepest spot. Nobody's been in there. There's no stand. Jeremy's seeing deer on, that's where I need to be. So that night we're watching the weather. Down rough. We're like, and we're tired. We've been hunting dark to dark for 5 days, and I don't know if you guys know, this is the third one that I shot this year. So I've had three stints in November.
3 in 3 weeks.
And they were all of them were, except the first, I guess, were all day sitters. The second one was I killed them on the fourth all day sit. So I was tired. We were all tired. Yep. And there was a lot of up and down early on. We're like, just the uncertainty of this whole new situation. So we watching the weather. We're like, dude, downpour. We set the alarms for 4, which was standard. Wake up. I walk outside like in my, and I'm like barely awake, and I get splashed by this pouring rain. I'm like, no way. I'm like, it's not happening today. I go back inside. I tell my dad and Uncle Dale, I said, reset your alarms for 7:30. I'm watching for the next, because there's another 0.7 coming at like 7
wow.
8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's a downpour.
I'm like, it's not going to clear up. Jeremy's like, we're going.
My dad's got his sleep apnea mask on, and it's like 4 a.m. and he's like, what do you think? I'm like, get your ass up. I was like, if we sleep in and it shows up, I said, we're going to be pissed.
Oh, you're done. Yeah.
We already the night before, I was like, hey, Roger, I was like, my dad's going to go to that blind. He's like, yeah. I was like, cool. I'll just sit with him. Like, I don't need to hunt. I'll just sit with him in the blind. Yeah. So that's what we did. We went inside a blind that morning. It was miserable. Like if we weren't in a blind, it would have been rough. We didn't see shit either. So
so they went out. We set the alarms for 7:30. We got up. Still raining, which I guess I was like, cool, good plan. We sat there and drank coffee for like 45 minutes to an hour. Just kind of took our time, and we're watching. We're like hoping it's going to clear up here. I was like, if it does, and I had made up in my mind at this point, I'm gonna use that rain. And this wind here and stuff to get up to that point there, because without it, it would have been so loud. It would have been so loud.
Yeah, there's just impossible.
There's just no way. So we get to like, it's looking like it's going to clear up in the next hour, 45 minutes. I was like, let's go. Dad is on the same property that I am. At some point, Roger gets a picture of this deer, and it's at the stand that Dad's going to.
It's like 10 a.m. I don't know where
in the rain.
Oh yeah,
deer's moving in the rain.
Yeah, bumping does in by that plot.
Yeah, which unbeknownst to me, they didn't tell me about this picture, and I don't know if that's what made the decision for them to put Dad there, or if he was already going there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Regardless, so this is like the hunt. Like, I have him drive me all the way back to the field. I've got my setup. I'll show it to you guys. It's just the custom gear with a little pack on the back. Got my peanut butter and jelly sandwich in there and my bow, and I drive all the way back to the back of this hayfield, and I walk down this big ravine, cross the ditch, get to the Osage that I'd sat in the night before. So that's the progression of like, I'm on my way around this farm, past the Osage, through across another ditch on the other end of the flat, the lowest point, and then I go all the way up this next ridge. So I'm now parallel with the hayfield across from it, a couple 100 yards. I get to the very top of it, and there's like rock. It's certainly not man-made, but it almost looks like a Civil War wall, like the way
it might have been like old cattle fencing,
like an old road, maybe.
Yeah, you
might be right.
I saw them up on that too. It looks like an old rock fence, basically.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And so I get right up over that ridge, and everything's wet, and I'm like hands and knees, kind of getting over it, and immediately I start seeing some rubs up there, which we'd seen very little sign even, like in a lot of the areas that we were. So that was the third thing. I'm like, no pictures, no sightings, no sign. So now I'm like,
not looking good.
Now I'm like,
how big were the rubs? Because I would imagine a deer like this
pretty decent size.
Yeah,
some decent rubs, but small ones, medium ones. None that were like, I didn't pull my phone out and take a picture of any, but enough that I took note, and I was like, okay. Like we're, getting into something here. And so if I'm proud of any, like reading the land here at this point, it was at this point where a lot of people would have probably just set up right there, afraid to push further into this flat. It was like, because there's lots of rubs here. There's a fence line with the pasture and the neighboring property that pinches down right there. It's just that the crest, those are the topography lines all come together there. There's the ridge meets a fence row, and there's sign up on this flat. So. But I was like, no, it's not it. I gotta push up in here and see. And so I start just easing up. There's like a subtle line between the cedars and this little more open piece of woods here next to the property line and the pasture. And I just kind of work up it and just looking for something to tell me like, this is the spot.
Stop.
Like, something's going to bring them to a 20-yard focal point out of this whole big area. I was just like, wasn't seeing it. I'm like, lots of rubs, like not really many scrapes, maybe old scrapes, like a bed here or there. I'm like, I hadn't bumped any deer yet, and it's quiet. I'm getting wet just because it's still raining and I'm brushing up against stuff, but whatever. We're sneaking in here. Wind's good-ish. And it was because the front was still blowing through. It was kind of squirrely a little bit, and I keep pushing back. I'm looking at my Onyx where I dropped a pin, and I'm like, I'm past the X. I'm so like point of no return.
Yeah, point of no return.
I'm past the X. I'm like looking for where is this I'm gonna set up, and then so finally I get to the back corner where the next knob starts, like off of the flat, and it's a cedar line along it. So there's a nice edge there. The pasture has caught up with me here, and so now I've got a really nice funnel on the downwind side. So with a northeast wind, I'm on the southwest side of that knob, and I'm as deep as you can go, and there's a lot of sign there. And so I just picked a tree with my wind blowing back into that pasture. And so pretty quickly, the way the hunt went was I'm standing there looking at a tree, and like I'm getting ready to commit to one, and I hear freaking right here, right there. I see like 2 or 3 deer get up. I'm like, great, that's the only deer in this county that I blew off this thing here. I'm like, crap, but that's the tree. I'll get in the tree. I get in it, and like I'm in there for not 5 minutes, and I hear a sneeze, like a very distinct, like I'd whipped around pretty quick. I was like, and I'm like looking for like a minute, and I'm like, I definitely heard that. Like, where is it? And then like another 30 seconds or a minute later, there's a 2-year-old that like just steps out, and he just works up the ridge here. And I'm like, holy crap, like deer, And then not long after that, maybe 15, 30 minutes later, I have a spike push 2 year-and-a-half-old does right down the ridge to me. Then they come right down to 15 yards here. Wind swirling a little bit, so they pick me up. But they're there for 10 minutes, and then eventually they just work off and do whatever. I'm like, dude, I'm seeing a lot of deer.
Feeling good.
Feeling a lot of deer. Like, this is, and it's like 10:30 at this point, 11.
Yeah, probably 11.
Yeah, and more deer than I've seen the whole trip so far. And then another half hour passes, and then way down in the pasture, way down there, I hear some does blowing. I can just tell.
And your wind's blowing that way.
Yeah, I'm intentionally blowing my wind.
Yeah.
It's a remote pasture, like really remote. And so I grabbed that Primo's buckroar, not this one here, but the, what that looks like?
Yeah,
Primo's buckroar.
Yep.
And I rip on it a couple times, like give it the old like big boys coming in and nudging them around, a couple roars on it, and just to shut them up or make it seem like there's some commotion down there. Not 5 minutes later, I look up, and right down that same ridge where the spike came, here he comes.
Wow.
I see him at maybe like...
He was like, someone's...
No doubt.
I just see frame, and immediately I'm like, just because it's four full day sits now that I'm just like, it's been leading up to this, and I'm like, I just can't believe it. Like, there's a giant frame coming at me. And so I immediately click the GoPro, get my bow, and then I realize I should have put my phone in the thing before, because now it's hard with one hand. But I get it in there, I muscle it in, and switch hands on my bow, and I look up, and he's like hasn't seen me yet, and he's made it now to like 30 yards, 25, 30 yards, and he's perfectly behind like a pretty decent sized tree, which worked to my advantage for sure because he's looking my way, and there's another 2 or 3 year old that come in with him too. As I'm seeing him there, I see this one come right on the cedar line. Down with, so they're both coming in to kick my butt, kind of a thing, investigate. And I'm ready, I'm rolling, like, and he ends up turning and just working this way a little bit. He's still just like listening for, and he gets, he only takes five steps in this direction. I draw, stop him, and heart punch him.
There you go.
Woohoo.
Isn't that the worst when you're looking at the one and you see more coming? You're like, no, because there's more eyes, dude.
Yeah,
I can't tell you how many times I'm getting ready to draw on a nice one, and there's like a 4-pointer behind me. Yeah. Gotcha. He snorts. They all run.
Oh, yeah.
Mother.
It can fall apart quick.
Well, that's what we were talking about with like, hunting lower deer density versus higher deer density is like, it's great seeing deer. And I mean, a lot of people judge their entire hunt by the amount of deer that they see.
Yeah.
But you hunt in those high deer density areas, and it's exponentially harder because of the amount of eyeballs and stuff you got to get past.
It makes it very tough.
Nick, you'll be able to see it from that angle. I shot him on the right side, and I didn't really see until he was running away. That's what I saw.
Uh-huh.
I just saw all those daggers coming back off of his while he's running away. And I called my dad first. It's funny how, for whatever reason, like, in that moment, I was just like, I gotta call my dad. I stopped filming and everything.
Yeah, because you didn't even know he was on the property, did you?
Yeah. Maybe in the back of my mind I did. But, and we'd put his phone on silent the day before because he was tired of us blowing up at the group chain.
We had a little banter in the text. Oh, you're bored and you're sitting in a tree stand. Like, you got to get the group fired up.
Of course.
Yeah, he had enough of the banter.
So he didn't pick up a few times. And then I think I called Dale, or maybe I called you. Whatever. I called you. You were on a work call.
Yeah,
he was at the cabin. That's what I was going to circle back to.
Money.
So yeah, he was.
I looked at him like,
someone's got to make the money.
I'm like, no, that's
he
twice.
He did it.
That's twice I've been on a real estate thing, and Jared calls him like, son of a bitch.
Got him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
That's
how it went. The HUNTR Podcast is brought to you by Predator Camo.
Man, this one feels good, right? I know people have been looking at this picture over your shoulder for a while now. I think that was 2018, but we just, over the last, how many years, keep coming back to Predator Camo because it's been so damn good for us.
No doubt. I think we bought our first set off of Jen at the Archer Trade Show almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And Jen's still with the company, and the patterns have only improved since then. They actually were recently acquired within the past couple of years. We've had a chance this past year to go and meet with new ownership, talk about redesigning a lot of the old lines, plans for new patterns, all of the above. So really excited about what's to come, not only this coming year, but in years to come. There's a lot of good stuff coming from Predator.
Yeah, and I mean, for us, it's always been going back to that breakup pattern, right? That's the historic look, whether you're talking about the spring greens or brown deceptions or fall grays. Yeah. I mean, that breakup is really what's been so powerful for us in a tree stand. And right now, they're letting anyone use the code HUNTR on the Predator Camo website and get 20% off any of the lines, including all the new stuff that dropped here in July.
Be the Predator.
What's crazy is obviously it's the first time that Uncle Dale's in camp with us, right? And
hunting the Midwest, period.
Yeah.
Uncle Dale was a big inspiration. He was got me into bow hunting along with my dad. So that was cool.
The dads have been there, to Kansas multiple times, and we've done camps with them. But, prior to, I think when Dale saw that big one, we felt a little momentum shift, in the camp morale. I was seeing deer on Thursday, a little momentum shift, but when Jared killed that, it was that night we were out smoking stogies, drinking bourbon, and it had just monsooned right all day. And the outfitter had all these cardboard boxes and stuff in the fire pit. And Jared's dad's we really want to light a fire. And he's like, dude, rain 2 inches. I got that son bitch burning.
Oh yeah.
we had a fire.
To.
Yes.
It was a pretty big comeback at the end there.
It was
from where we started.
An insane morale shift from where we were probably Wednesday morning to where we finished up Friday night. You felt the momentum.
I feel like that's the story of every hunt we go on. It's always like that, man.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
That's our
I can see the cardboard in the
yeah.
That's
yeah. We got that fire lit. Yeah, it was fun. So
that's the best. That is that right there is some of my favorite moments of hunting is when somebody kills something and you're all around the fire. Yeah. And we've got this.
What's he got? Nose jammer?
Yes.
He does have nose jammer.
He was big on the nose jammer.
Oh, God. He was so big.
I dig it.
He was trying to get a sponsorship all week, I think.
Yeah.
That's fun.
But yeah, you're right. And the cool thing is, going back to any outfitter or Roger not sharing pictures is we consider ourselves a tight-knit family group while we're there, but you still have I wish I was on or whatever, but truly one deer changes that and everybody leaves there pretty happy. Sure, we wish everybody saw one or everybody got a shot, whatever. But it's cool because there's not a lot of those things. He was saying, the outfitter was saying, normally it's 3 strangers and then a group of 2 that are strangers. So you got 5 people in camp, 2 of them know each other, but everybody else doesn't. Mm-hmm. And you don't really get that same celebration if one of them kills, right? Yeah. If anything, it becomes more of a, what the hell, man? I haven't seen anything all week.
Yeah.
So it was good to, that deer pulled us out of a bit of a gutter there,
There was a couple times, this year that, and I'm pretty grateful for, that was probably one of them where it was it was just everybody's in a good mood or everybody's clicking and it's just it's the epitome of deer camp kind of a thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was in North Dakota, which is cool because none of those are my immediate family members. Do you know Lucas Psycho? You know who that is? No. He used to film with White Knuckle Productions.
It would have been Todd Prignitz.
Crazy last name. S-I-K-O?
Psycho.
Really?
Yeah, everybody calls him Psycho.
Psycho.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, you might know him to see him. He's a killer, and he hunts with some other guys that you might know too. But it's now my 3rd year in North Dakota.
Yeah.
Third
or 4th.
with those guys, maybe 3rd, 4th, something like that. And it's September open, like September 1st opener, I think.
August this year.
Yeah, Lagos. Mm-hmm. And mid trip, it got so hot that like we were just, and it was slow for everybody too, and we just like didn't hunt that night. It was the one night mid trip, and we all just went out on the river and drank bourbon and hung out and listened to music, and it was like that's
fun.
Just memorable.
You hunt with their family, right?
His dad does hunt with him. They call him the Legend. Mm-hmm. His dad, Mitch.
Nice. Great.
But it's just,
dude, the names, they just keep going.
Yeah.
This is great.
It's just friends. It's just friends that have come in over the years, and
that's awesome.
They've made a camp about it. It's giant public land is what, so it's all public.
That's what we've been putting in for, right? We have 2 points, I think.
Yeah.
In North Dakota? For muleys.
Muleys.
Because you can buy your whitetail tag for archery over the counter.
Yeah, we were doing either, right?
Yeah, yes. It's either.
Gotcha.
It's either species.
Yes.
Yeah, any deer is what it's called.
Any deer,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're telling me there's still a chance that
There's
could
still
work?
a
We
chance.
have, dude, 2 years in a row.
2026?
What are we in?
I think
3 points?
3 points.
Okay, yeah, we got 2 each. I'm pretty sure it's 2 each.
Yes.
It's crazy like that. And I mean, good for them. Like they've decreased the tags and stuff, but like, I mean, we drew 3 years in a row on 0 points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like killed, hunted hard during the drought, didn't kill, got drawn, canceled because we're like, it's droughted out, it's not gonna be good. And then never drew since then.
We've been trying to hunt antelope in Wyoming again. We had done it years ago, and there's a certain zone that we were trying to put in for that. I think maybe we only needed 2 points, maybe 3. And it was going to be like a guarantee at 3 points. Didn't draw it. And the next year we're like, okay, we have 4 points. Now we're definitely going to draw it. Didn't draw it. And that happened at least 2 years, maybe even 3 years in a row of us really thinking that we were going to get this Wyoming antelope tag.
That's what North Dakota's been. I mean, typically when we're leading up to it, it's like, even last year we're like, okay, we got 2 points or whatever. Like we're going to draw.
Given.
Yeah, we're going to draw. Don't get drawn. Then it's like, now what? That's why I bought the Kentucky elk stuff, is because like I didn't know what I was going to do. I'm like, I could just hunt whitetails in Kentucky, which is fine. But I found these these landowner tags for sale, and I was like, well, that looks cool. And then I knew, even though Jared will say, yeah, I'm probably not going to go to North Dakota. I'm like, you're going to go hunt whitetails. It's usually like,
did I say that this past year?
Oh, every time.
I probably won't go.
Like 3 weeks leading up to it, you're like, I don't really know. And then I'm like,
sounds familiar.
Yeah, you're going. Mm-hmm. You're going. And so, yeah, that was kind of the thing. It's like, okay, we didn't draw for North Dakota. That sets the tone for then what happens early season from a move standpoint.
I have trouble sometimes in the off season planning for that following year. Nick will get all jazzed up about this hunt or this tag or whatever. We have this many points for this, and it almost goes in one ear and out the other, because I'm like, if it's not right in front of me right now, it's just hard for my focus to be there. So he'll do things like that where he's like, oh, I'm going to go hunt here doing this. And I'll be like, oh, okay, whatever. And then the time comes and I'm like, all right, like, what are we doing? I'm ready. And he's like, I was trying to talk to you about this months ago,
Thankfully, I already got you points for it. So yeah.
That's usually Jared's mindset.
Yeah, so Nick and I are the...
Yeah, I'm just like, he's like, hey, you got to put in for Wyoming. I'm like, right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's
I'll put in.
It's tough for me
we use Hunting Fool too. They're really good.
Yeah, they're great.
They're
for your point stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think I did get I think that was them. Did they do like the maps and stuff and like the unit information? Or
Yes, all kinds of information.
I think I did a subscription to them this year, because before I did the Kentucky thing, we went and shot the Utah tack, and then all of a sudden I was like, there's got to be some areas that I can get over the counter Utah elk. Yeah. Remember that?
Yes, I do remember. And everybody we talk to they're like, yeah, man, you'll sit all day and or all week you might see one elk, and Jeremy's like,
and 12
sounds
hunters.
great. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that.
I was just in like this. I like all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, like I'm gonna go. I got into that mindset where I'm like, just like screw everyone. Like I just want to like prove people wrong for I don't know why.
Fun.
But I was like, yeah, like I'll get an over the counter Utah and I'll go kill one.
Here's one thing I know about just hunting and maybe out of state, like planned hunts and stuff, is like you can spend a lot of time and effort and money and not come back with anything. I've seen it happen to guys a lot.
Yeah, I just did it.
We've all done it.
I just said that.
We've all done it. But I mean, so careful, thoughtful preparation, like almost interrogation of like, that's why when we go out to even Kansas, it's like, I need to know, like, what information do we have? Like, you want to have done your homework. And that's why when the first 2 days, like, were so like decimating almost, I was like, I personally was really like, I screwed this up for everybody. Like, we're not going to see anything.
You know what?
I saw him sitting in the corner and I'm like, he's like inside his own head at this point.
Yeah. Last year, I had drawn a general elk tag in Montana, and Nick and I went out there. Brand new area, had never been there before. I scouted it a bunch online, and we get to this area, find elk the first night. We were like, this is unbelievable. We go in there the next morning, and there's like 3 other hunters. There's a guy driving down a road that he wasn't supposed to be driving down. The elk blew out, and we just kind of sat there on this hillside and we're like, man, this is, and there had been a couple days prior, like leading up to that. We didn't get to hunt immediately because the weather was bad, like this and that, whatever. The smoke was horrible.
Oh, yeah. The fires,
we got kicked out. Or not like literally kicked out, but we left Montana for days because we didn't want to be inhaling all the smoke.
Damn.
Finally went back. So it was like this series of things and events. And finally we got the elk, and there were people everywhere. And we just kind of looked at each other like, we're not having that much fun.
I mean, that's
like, this is
thing.
beautiful.
Yeah.
This is great, but we're not having that much fun. So we left. We were like, if we go back to Pennsylvania, like I can be foraging for mushrooms. I can be finding spots that I know are going to be good during the rut. I can fill a doe tag. And so we left, and we can pheasant hunt with our dog. We were like, there are all these other things that we could do. We know that we could be having so much more fun doing.
Or you could just stay out there and
this
struggle.
Really isn't where my heart is right now, you know? So we left, and that decision was kind of crazy because it was like we spent a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort to get out there, and it wasn't like we quit after the first thing going wrong. It was like there were a lot of things that made it not super fun. But that kind of changed my perspective on things, that like you can just change your mind if it's not like, if you're not having fun. And I think with your hunt, maybe a little bit different, but you like not seeing bucks and then choosing to continue to explore and continue to like try and figure it out. Like you made the decision to change what was going on to make the outcome different.
Most people won't though. You know what I mean? Like most people will just, you know, whether it's their rutcation or whatever it is, like they'll just sit it out or they'll just struggle it out. And, you know, it's hard for like the 4 of us and a lot of people listening to understand that, but like they'll judge their entire season off of that event. Like, dude, back in the day, like for Pennsylvania, it was like any of my family members hunted opening day of gun season. If it was like rainy and 36 degrees and nobody saw deer, there were no deer in Pennsylvania. That was the instant conclusion. I went out, I hunted, I did not see a deer, therefore there are no deer in Pennsylvania. That's it. They judged their entire season, the entire herd in Pennsylvania off of 1 day of observation. And it's, you know, on the flip side, they could have went out and saw 50 and they're like, man, they were everywhere today. Like it was a good day. It was good. The herd's looking good this year, you know? I'm like, but that mindset is really hard for a lot of us who just like know that we're like, hey, we've been through this enough that we've got to figure out, like, we got to make a tough decision. And there was a part of me, like maybe Wednesday morning.
Crossed my mind. I was like,
I was marking walk-in only. First off, I'm marking walk-in. Then secondarily, I'm like, I still have 2 Illinois tags. Like, you know, there were things, and also just because, like, you know, my dad doesn't get a bunch of time to hunt, so I'm like, where can I put him on something?
Yeah,
that's another thing.
I was gonna say that's actually important to acknowledge as well, is that like we are lucky enough to have the time. And just the knowledge of like, we hunt public land in Pennsylvania, so I know that's always going to be there. So it's easier for me to say like, oh, I'm going to leave this hunt that I had planned because I do have something else.
Yeah, you can go somewhere.
Yeah, it wasn't my one and only thing.
I think the root of my guilt on that was like the dads and Jeremy's dad, my dad, and my uncle, because there was, and you know, your dad, because like his health situation is just tough. You know, it's just like, who knows how many years we have with any of our dads, you know, but so it's like, we want to make them count. My dad's in he's fine. You know, he's in good shape. You know what I mean? And he's there. But my uncle was like, it's a lot of money for him to come out, and we helped him out with some, but still huge commitment for him.
Yeah.
And it's his first Midwestern experience, and it means a lot to me to be able to give that to him. And we've hyped it up a lot, like, dude.
Well, dude, you
Kansas, like they're freaking gonna be everywhere.
I'll quote you on Tuesday. You texted me and you said, "Dude, Dale will never want to come back and hunt with me in the Midwest again after this."
It'd be hard to.
That was on Tuesday evening.
Be hard to ever get him back here.
Hard to ever get him back here because it's like he didn't see a deer for 2 days.
And what was his sentiment by the end of the trip?
He was very positive.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I was impressed with his attitude the entire time.
Yeah.
I think he saw us all being like having that mentality. Not that it was like overly negative, but like, what is going on here?
Yeah, it
like,
wasn't like, oh, this is the norm. Like, this is what you should have expected. Yeah. We all were like, I don't know.
He kept his head up. And,
when he saw that deer on Wednesday, even though not getting a shot at it, like, that was the everything built to that period, because then he married himself to that area. Yeah. Like he was like, he's there, I'm there type of thing, right?
I know the feeling.
Yeah. So like, even though he didn't see anything after that, I mean, he saw does or whatever, but he didn't see that deer after that. Every hour in that stand, he thought he could see it.
Yeah.
Whereas leading up to that deer, the reason his guard was so down, he's like, I'm not ever going to see a deer.
Yeah.
Like,
imagine the stress that good guides feel, you know, like I'm going to take you on this fishing trip.
Our outfitter was really feeling it, because it's not just like you've got a group of 5 guys in here that you got to keep happy. It's like, we're talking about this on national platforms.
Expectations.
Sure.
So, you know, think about like on Tuesday night when I think we had seen maybe 3 deer total between 5 of us in all of those sits.
I did feel bad for him at some point. I'm like,
I could see the stress building on him, like, because he's like, how, like, there's no way you can spin that of like, hey, this is a positive outfit, like,
totally,
right?
Yeah.
And so as Dale saw that one, I saw mine. We did a live podcast that night, and you know, and the morale was cranking up a little bit because it's like, all right, we're seeing some deer. The rain had us down though, you know, and then Jared kills that by, you know, Friday night we were just, everybody was buzzing off, you know, for it.
And we got to end it with a hunt companion that dropped whatever Sunday and stuff. So yeah, it was nice. It was a good recovery.
It was your dad's birthday.
Ended on a high note for sure.
Yeah, so it was fun.
We've got a rifle season coming up here in PA that we'll be hunting this upcoming weekend that I'm really looking forward to for the sort of camaraderie that you guys are talking about. Nick's brother, his cousins, his uncle, one of my best friends will all be hunting together. And Nick especially is really good at e-scouting. Yeah, that's like his thing. And I mean, physically scouting as well, but he is really good at e-scouting. So we've been trying to find an area where all of us can be close, but not too close, and kind of like cover a lot of ground. But if you hear a shot, it
fun.
Could be one of, you know, it could be someone from camp.
Yeah.
And last year, I think we had maybe 3 or 4 does. Did you kill? No, your buck with the rifle wasn't from opening day. Yeah, that was a little bit later. But regardless, we had more deer down last year as a crew than we ever had before.
That's
so
awesome.
Like going into this weekend, I'm really...
Does everybody stay at your place? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everybody's at your place.
Big slumber party.
When did they come in? Like, do you guys do they come in like Friday?
Friday
they
night.
Do.
Yep.
That's freaking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And the moment around the fire that you're talking about, like that Saturday night, not Friday night. Friday night's like get to bed. We're all waking up early.
We're serious, yeah.
Yeah. But then Saturday,
yep.
Even if, you know, there's 2 does on the pool, we're out there skinning them. We're at the fire. We're drinking. We're listening to music. We're having a good time. And we can hunt on Sunday. Most of the crew won't hunt on Sunday because normally everyone's getting back for work on Monday. But like we can hunt Sunday evening. And, you know.
What do you guys think? I mean, because Allie, when did you start hunting? How old were you?
In my early 20s.
Early 20s. So they still had the Monday opener at that time, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yep.
Right. And so, you know, as crazy as it seems, and like I could go either way, right? But there's a lot of people that are still, you know, up in arms over the fact that for me, you know, Thursday night we would go to whatever, my grandparents' house, my uncle's house, whatever. All the guys would basically after dinner just like talk about deer camp. Friday morning we would get up, we would go to deer camp. You'd small game hunt Friday, Saturday, Sunday you'd watch Steelers, do nothing, sight in the guns, blow off the dust, whatever. And then Monday and maybe some of Tuesday you'd deer hunt. and that was deer camp, for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And then, our deer camp kind of fizzled out before the change to Saturday happened, but there's a lot of people that are like, man, it was a soul crusher to a lot of deer camps. I get it, in terms of like, you don't have that Friday, Saturday, Sunday build up. At the same time, to your point, it's like, we're going to get there Friday. We're going to hunt Saturday. We can also hunt Sunday, which is, recently new.
Yeah, this year.
I mean, it's I really understand the like sadness and the loss of that tradition of having everyone at deer camp and having your weekend exactly, that way, where it is about so much more than hunting.
Right.
But ultimately, like the switch to Saturday does open up more opportunities for people.
There's a lot of people that didn't get off Monday. They had to either take off Monday or, frankly, like a lot of your blue collar workers, it was like, dude, if you didn't put that Monday in like a year in advance, you weren't getting it off.
Yeah. And I think for the sake of hunting, I'm all for the opportunity to increase more access for hunters. So I also think it's possible to still take Monday off and have a longer weekend.
Have 3 days of deer hunting.
Yeah, I think there's ways to like expand those opportunities. But I feel for the people that are upset about it, because I love
that camp.
Yes, I love that.
What do you think, Nick?
And I do like, go ahead.
Sorry.
We're spoiled and we have time. So I'm indifferent. We're also non-residents. So I feel like what the majority of the residents of the state want is probably the way it should go. And unless there's a vote or some sort of measure taken, I don't know how we can truly measure that. But yeah, I feel bad for the guys who want Monday, who have deer camp, who have the tradition, but I also understand why backyard hunters like Saturday. It makes perfect sense.
Can you explain to me why moving it from Saturday or to Saturday from Monday was a problem for anybody? Like,
it's for the camp hunters. So us, like we grew up here in Pittsburgh. We hunt 2.5 hours north. It gives you the time after Thanksgiving to go up, maybe hunt small game Friday, Saturday, scout.
And it was typically the Monday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was the same day as Ohio's opener.
Okay,
correct.
Traditionally,
so all you're essentially missing potentially would be the time in camp before
it's the party,
the
not necessarily party, but it is like the party camaraderie of hanging out with your buddies all weekend.
I see.
Messing around, and then you all get a hunt on Monday, and then that's it. So like the reason why you're there is to hunt.
Yeah.
But
I see.
But that's not why you're
that's not really why you're there.
In theory, you're kind of getting
more
days to hunt.
100%.
You are.
You absolutely are.
Definitely
are.
Even if you don't hunt Sunday night because you're wanting to be coming home.
I think most people aren't serious hunters. Like most hunters aren't super serious hunters. So it is more about that.
Sure.
Like,
it is
for some people.
I think the hardest part is like it's 100% the camaraderie thing, and not everybody, even when that time changed, was like the deer camp thing was already kind of on its downhill slide, right? But
sure,
like if you think about it, like for us, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, like we talk about all the time, dude, we went spotting every night. Like we'd eat dinner, it got dark at whatever 5:30 or something. We'd watch TV, listen to music, play some cards, and then at like 8 o'clock, we're going, and everybody pile in the truck, and like you went spotting for, and so that there was like as a kid, right? I remember like just in my 12, 13, 14 year, like dude, I didn't sleep Sunday night because you just had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of like all stories, anticipation, build up, all to like this like the day.
Yeah, there's something to it. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not fairy. It's not fairy tale.
For me, that's too much foreplay. Like I need let's drive up Friday.
He's already gone off.
Let's by Saturday. I'm like, my eyes are flooding. You know what I mean? Like
can't go round two. No round two.
Like Thursday.
Maybe next Saturday.
I don't rebound as fast as I used to.
Just give me a second.
I like Thursday. We'd have your Thanksgiving, just meal with wherever you're at, and then it seems like you just digest your whole family thing that day. Friday morning early. Like let's get up early and we'll drive to deer camp. So maybe you're there by 12 or
sure. Typically we're
whatever. And then you got a whole half a day to like kind of prep, shoot the guns in, you know what I mean? Tell deer stories, do camp, go spotting that night or whatever. And then it's like, and tomorrow we're hunting. Well, how many days of that do you need? Like,
that's what we do. And we have no problem with it. But
yeah. And like, let me be clear. I'm for the Saturday opener. Ultimately I understand why some people are upset about it. And I share those feelings to an extent. Again, we are non-residents. So really I shouldn't have any skin in the game in terms of what my
natives.
thoughts and
from
wishes
here.
are.
You've experienced the before and the after, you know? So, I mean, I think it's valid to have that input. Like for me, and this has changed really since I got married. So I don't know, 15 years. I'm bad at math. We'll just say I'm bad at math, something like that.
Close enough.
You should know that one though.
Yeah, it's like that, 15.
Don't ask me.
I was going to say, I don't even think we know our anniversary dates.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I get a text from like my mom and a couple of my aunts that are like, happy wedding anniversary. And I'm
really?
like, hey,
you guys don't remember your wedding anniversary dates?
I remember that. Well, I do
we were in
when
the
I
courthouse.
think about
When is
it.
your anniversary
We
date?
were at the courthouse in Key West. I do not know.
We went lobstering the
What do you mean?
day after. It was opening day. It wasn't
August.
opening
You guys
day
get
of the
married?
mini
Like they
season.
had a ceremony? Like
Oh, no.
you didn't? Okay.
Just courthouse.
Yeah,
Courthouse.
courthouse in
Oh.
Key West.
Elope
Nice.
straight.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
and we
maybe-
went lobstering the next morning. And that was August
Romantic.
6th.
Yeah.
So I know that we technically got married on the 5th.
Yeah, it was
great.
fun. We had a great time.
We were all hungover. We woke up at like 6
That's why you
6
don't
a.m.
remember. I get it now.
Oh, no, I don't remember.
Speak for yourself.
But
I was catching lobsters. That was good.
That's sober
it
as a
was
bird.
like,
So I'll ask the question again. What is your
I truly do
date
not
of
know.
your anniversary?
I would say mid-August.
What year did you get married?
2020.
Oh, COVID year. Maybe
Yes.
that's why. Just, yeah.
It was true. It was the
We did have
perfect
masks on and
excuse.
Don't make
everything.
excuses
Oh, yeah.
for them. That's crazy. You guys don't know
It
that.
was the best excuse though for us to just like run away and do it ourselves because neither of us were in the vein of like wanting a big wedding.
No.
And that really was the perfect excuse. Like we can't have a wedding. It's it's COVID.
Yep.
Can't all whatever. And
Can't
so
all
we,
be around.
Yeah. So we ran
There you
off
go.
and did it exactly how we wanted to.
So sometime in August.
And
of
I did catch a
2020.
lobster. It just wasn't within size limit, so I had to let it go. But I think he got 2 that was within size.
I was
limit.
getting them all right.
Yeah.
I got him.
Wait, where were we going with that? You were.
So I was saying that after I got married, so now, like just like tonight, I'm going to Kentucky.
Yeah.
So we have Thanksgiving is her family's holiday. Christmas, because of the kids, we stay back here, right? So we'll go down to Kentucky. I'm there Wednesday. We'll hunt. Thursday we go into Louisville for Thanksgiving. Friday we'll stay there. Typically, I come home on Saturday. Well, that's now opening day. So I miss opening day morning, which is okay because we're, we bow hunt a lot, and so it's not as big of a deal. But like it does suck that I don't have the time. Like I would have to go Thanksgiving, then leave the next day.
Yeah.
And it's like,
so for you, it has, for you very personally, it has
It's
affected you in
affected.
a negative way.
So you would
Yeah.
prefer a Monday
Selfishly.
if you had to
selfishly, I would prefer Monday. Now, the way I've countered that is I have an Ohio place, which opens Monday.
pick. Gotcha.
So the last 2 years, Sunday we go to Ohio, just do our little hangout, build a fire, kids are hanging out, and then Monday we hunt there and we come home. So like I still try to get the deer camp in, but yeah, I mean selfishly, if it was me, I'd have Monday just so that I could get home, have like either a camp at the house or have a camp somewhere, enjoy it, and then hunt.
It's a priority for us. So whether it's Saturday or Monday, we're gonna hunt it. Like,
Yes.
It's just gonna happen. So
and again, selfishly, I have flexibility. So if it's Saturday, that's fine. I'll figure it out, right? Whereas a lot of people don't, and they can't take off Monday, therefore they can't hunt opening day, which also is not like the opening day of old, right? Like the gunshots, the amount of deer getting killed is not nearly what it used to be.
Right. More are killed during archery season.
Way more.
Yeah.
I think I decided at some point, like a long time ago, like I was probably still a teenager or maybe in my 20s, where I was just like, I don't think opening days are for me. And I don't know if it was even as much the deer hunting as like trout fishing is what really did it for me.
You didn't do opening day trout
We
fishing?
always did it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It
8
almost
a.m.
always sucked. And like there was like a ton of people.
yeah, just a shit show.
It always rained. It was always a shit show.
Yeah.
I've always been kind of like a OCD about stuff. And I was just like, I don't like this. It does feel sloppy.
Yeah,
to
it's
me.
like
Just
rain or
everybody-
shine. You best be out there at 8 a.m.
And just all the people like crossing lines and stuff. I'm like, this is just not for me.
Power bait chunks hitting you in the face.
Yeah, I like it. I'm excited about it. It's like one of the, you can't sleep at night. You're just ready to go. I've just been waiting for it. I'm excited.
I think I scratch a lot of the itch of like, I have a lot of solo pursuits during the archery season. I have a lot of time in the woods in the archery season. So for me, rifle season, as much of a shit show as it definitely is on opening day,
it's exciting.
I like it. Yeah. It's like, oh, this is a blast. And when I see people, honestly, I want there to be as many hunters like as the woods can handle. When I see people during archery season, I'm normally honestly a little more like, damn.
Yeah, me too.
Like I want you to have your own spot and I want to have my own spot. Yeah. When I see people during rifle season, I'm like, what's up? Like we're all just out, like we're all.
Go get a moving. You're gonna drop down there.
But I think it's because I have the archery season that
you've put time in.
Majorly offsets that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a big one. Do you guys get excited for opening day of archery?
Not as much.
No.
Me either, man.
Truly, I think I get excited for the rut. So it's like opening day of archery it's just like, okay, now day. I'm scouting. I'm like really scouting for the rut.
Do you find yourself getting really excited for the rut? And then
sure.
And then it's November 10th and you're like, hey, when is this rut thing going to start?
That was me. Yeah.
It'd be nice if that rut thing would start here pretty soon.
Did I miss it?
I'm pretty sure I was here on time for that.
Did I miss it? Yeah, it is weird because like I remember as a kid, like I was excited for opening day of archery because I'm like I can finally get, and I was shooting whatever the first buck that walked by, right? But now it's just like just another day.
Yeah, no, I think I was probably in Texas dove hunting.
Yeah,
around that time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just doing other stuff.
I still get geeked for opening.
I know
day
you guys kind of have a camp for opening day, which is cool.
All those camps that you guys are talking about during the gun season. Yeah, we're pretty intentional about stacking them.
There's like 5 of you. Right.
Well, North Dakota is typically my first hunt, and there's 6, 7 guys in camp. So, and it's less stress. Like and there's enough ground that we can all go and like everybody's hunting different places. There's no competition for the same deer kind of thing.
Yeah. But even your Ohio opener, like you've got
this guy right here. We'll snug that up for you.
Oh, it's all
right
good.
where you. Okay, you got it.
You've got 5 guys, right, including Dad, at the house, and like you guys are ready to go.
Well, also opening day, dude. There's high odds. Like we
for
shot
farm.
2 opening day this year.
Ooh.
Opening morning this year, I didn't score him myself, but he was professionally scored. Did you hear this story at all? Did you hear about this? I won't tell the whole thing here, but I shot a 196-inch 4-year-old on opening morning.
What's wrong with you? Like, where's this coming from?
So here's the problem.
He was the second.
I was the second guy to shoot him.
Wow.
My Amish neighbor shot him 20 minutes before I did, and he came over to me. I watched him dying. Frankly, I can't believe he made it across the fence.
Did you guys get into a fist fight about it?
No. I was very gracious about it. Yeah, I gave him the deer. I said, dude, he was.
Oh wow.
He was done. He was done. I was like, he just happened to come across.
That's the right move.
It was the right move.
Yeah.
Good karma too. Look what happened.
Yeah.
I know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How about that?
Some guys would get in a fist fight.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, and unbeknownst to me, there's laws regarding that. Like,
oh wow, I didn't know that.
To me, I just thought like I don't know, like
putting him down.
I put him down. I just finished him off, kind of a thing. And so in Ohio, I think I don't know exactly the wording on it, but basically it says the killing arrow is who tags the deer, kind of a thing.
That makes sense.
Oh, so technically that would have been you, huh?
Technically.
I don't know. Because to me, I'm like, well, that was a killing arrow. The guy killed it. I just put one in it. Like,
technically, it was a bolt.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's where the wording. I'm telling you, this thing had a gash in it this big. The thing had a gash in it this big, like through his neck and out his...
Yeah, what did he say that thing was? Like a 3-inch expandable or something?
Yeah, it's called a SWAT broadhead is what he was using.
It looked like there was an axe coming out of that deer.
Yeah, I can't believe the deer lived as long as it did, which was only 15, 20 minutes. Jumps across the fence. I put another arrow. So I end up having to call warden and explain the situation to him. After I'd already given the guy the deer, it didn't come to me. Some people wrote us on Instagram just like, hey, heads up, you should know that. And so he was super cool about it, fortunately. He's like, well, it's clear to me that, you felt the deer was lethally hit. And technically, like, there's no mercy. Like, you're not supposed to do that. Like, shoot him kind of. He's like,
really?
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
Which
I didn't know.
That seems strange.
Not supposed to, like, are there legalities around that? Or is that just not supposed to, like...
No, like legalities around it. Yeah.
So wait, hold on, explain that. So
in my situation here, technically somebody could have ruled that I legally was supposed to tag the deer. And it's not...
he put the fatal shot.
Yeah.
Technically. That makes sense.
And it's not really my call.
Yeah, Jared just said
whether I give it
to give it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I had to call the warden and be like, here's the situation. Here's what happened. And he was like, understood. He's like, well, your intention clearly was just to finish it off. And if you, he's like, I'll write a report that, because
in actuality,
says that I endorse your decision.
Did you know? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Did you know that the deer had been hit?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you could tell by the way it was moving.
Absolutely.
You could see blood on it.
I heard the shot.
Okay.
I heard the shot. I saw him come.
Okay.
I saw him come up, and clearly,
you hate crossbows.
I don't. We'll get into that in a second.
He had bedded across the fence like 4 or 5 times. Okay. That's why I was so surprised when at the very last moment he gets up, jumps the fence, walks across to me at 15 yards.
So you didn't tag him, so then you got to, like, you kept your tag. The other guy tagged him?
Yep.
I see.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, wow, that is complicated. That's interesting. Because what if that guy would have shot him in the leg? Or like some kind of non-fatal shot.
Jared shot, he would have had to tag him. There would have been no.
Wow.
I mean,
and then that dude maybe would have been pissed, but maybe not. I don't know. That's very complicated.
No, you have an aggravated neighbor for the rest of your life. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, he's selling anyways.
Interesting. Oh my god.
It's gnarly.
Woo! Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
Crazy.
There's shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a lot
so
of junk.
that was your shot, I'm guessing.
Or is that the exit?
Yes,
from
that is my entry wound, I think.
Yep, that is.
So where's the crossbow hit?
It's on the other side.
Just can't see it.
His went in right here.
Yeah.
It came out here.
Yep.
So maybe just like a one lung clip.
One lung liver, probably.
Maybe.
Look at the fuzzy patch on top of his forehead, Brown.
Yeah.
Elvis.
It's kind of cool.
Like young deer, and like there's a whole backstory. We discussed it. We were hunting the deer. We were both knew his age and what he was, and we were gonna hunt him. And it's just, and that's why that opening day is like, I mean, dude, these deer don't really have a chance. Like it's like we both two guys shot them within the first hour of daylight, kind of a thing.
So would you still be as excited for opening day if you were hunting it solo? If you didn't have the camp experience?
No, I wouldn't be as excited for any hunts probably if I was doing it solo.
Yeah, there's something to be said for it. There's something to be said.
I don't do any hunts totally solo. Even the ones that I go and like in Illinois, the second deer that I shot this year, I was there by myself. But Jeremy and I own those farms together, and like we're in constant communication about what's what, and like so whether he's there or not, or vice versa, it's a group hunt kind of a thing.
Yeah, I used to like the solo pursuits quite a bit more, but I've definitely shifted perspectives on
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay if it's like, if you're out there by yourself.
Your elk trip? Even that, dude. You're in constant communication like with us. Like
there was a bottom out there for sure. Because, I mean, the whole point was to do it myself. No guide, nobody to help me pack it out, public land with my bow, like no real intel, right? I had a little bit from one day of scouting being there. And like, so when like that happened, and it was cool, like just because you're constantly moving and elk hunting, like you're just putting on miles and moving. So you don't have time to think about like, you're not sitting there. Like I took one nap, I think in the woods or something, one evening. But like other than that, like once I shot him, like even the excitement of like, I had it was a long track job, found them, packed them out. Like when I finally got back to this I'm literally in this Airbnb on the top of a mountain. Like it was crazy. From the guy who owned it to where I stayed, it was a 15-minute drive on a gravel road up the mountain. And so like I get back there, it's whatever, 1:30 or something probably. I did go out and get beer. That was critical.
Yes.
And like I'm just sitting there drinking PBR pounders at like 1:30, and it's whatever, 70-some degrees out. It's September in Kentucky, and there's like a storm brewing and stuff. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, now I'm lonely.
Where's everybody at?
Right now, in fact, there were people, because I had like posted like a teaser of like just his like base and stuff, and there were people on Instagram up, and I was like, hey, you get the picture first, because like I was like, I need somebody to like, share it
I
with.
killed a doe. Like in most cases, like I hunt by myself a lot, but Nick's ultimately like always back home.
Yeah.
So I'm never like, it's never like I'm driving somewhere completely solo hunting most of the time. But I went on this hunt and I was in an area that was like a little bit farther away. I don't know if I had service or not, or Nick was somewhere else. I killed a doe with a muzzleloader, and it was like the first time that he wasn't coming to meet up with me to then help me drag it
out. Get it out.
It was just me by myself.
Yeah.
And it was the first time technically that I had gutted a deer alone. Like I always gut my own deer, but nobody else was around.
Yeah.
And so I was gutting this deer and I was like, this is kind of weird by myself.
Yeah.
Like, why am I just out here in the woods alone gutting this deer and I'm going to drag it out by myself? Like,
was it in the evening?
Yeah.
So it's like night, like you're under your headlamp.
The coyotes are going.
Yeah.
And it's cool. And like, I love hunting alone, just being alone, like for the actual hunt. But as soon as I kill something, like I want somebody there to celebrate with me. Yeah. And it was weird.
HUNTR Podcast is brought to you by DeerGro.
Man, hard to believe, but DeerGro has been the sponsor that's been there since the beginning of the HUNTR Podcast. Back in 2021, I think that they were the only partner that we had, but it's such a cornerstone brand and set of products for our food plot strategy throughout the year.
No doubt. And it seems like we used to have an off season, but not so much anymore. It's like when the hunting season ends, it really rolls right into food plot season, habitat projects, all of the above. And the Plot Start and Plot Boost have been there since the very beginning. That's a cornerstone for all of our plots. The Plot Start goes on at the beginning, Plot Boost goes on midway through. And since they came out with all of the fertilizers, that gets mixed in with the Plot Boost application as well. And I can't believe the results that we've been getting out of that.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Like I said, it's all the work now that really produces the results in the fall. So right now, anyone listening to the HUNTR Podcast can use code HUNTR, HUNTR, for 15% off any of the products at DeerGro.com.
Better food plots, bigger deer.
Although, wait, I didn't know that story, that you did all of that all solo.
Probably a midlife crisis more than anything.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild.
There was a point, I've got it, I don't know why I ended up filming myself do it, but I was like humping this elk up this hill. Like he basically had, like,
I didn't know where you were going.
Yeah, not that way.
OnlyFans? Jared?
Yeah, not that way. So I killed him on like this, it's like a plateau basically. I shot him up there, and he ran down to like the next bench, and it's all old strip mine, right? It's like just, autumn olive and stuff. I'll back up. So I got there on a Sunday. I don't know. I've told this story a little bit, but so I bought a landowner tag. Mm-hmm. And so basically it was
how much was it?
For auction. All in with the fees, like just under $5,000.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that's pushing it.
Yeah. And especially cool. Because then most people add on a guide on top of that because
yeah, actually I feel like that's a phenomenal price
because
for like an elk tag in Kentucky. Like,
yeah, because I mean otherwise really cool. As a non-resident it's whatever.
Yeah, you're never gonna drive
unless I'm Nick. Like
hard to draw.
I don't get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, I bought the tag, and I don't think I was just excited about it, and then I looked and I'm like, ugh. So it's public land. Like they own 31,000 acres, but they turned it into a wildlife management area. So I'm bound by the wildlife management area borders, whereas most people are bound by a unit, right? So they can hunt multiple wildlife management areas. Well, down there, there's some areas that it's 200-yard strip, and then it opens up, and then it goes back down to a 100-yard strip. Like it's just really weird intertwined. And for me, I've got to stay on borders. So I had been there in August. Did some scouting, found a few tracks, I put up 3 cameras. One got eaten by a bear pretty quickly. One I never saw any elk on. The other one I did see a small 2x3, and I did get one picture of a bigger 7x6. But I knew there were elk in that area. The problem was it was 140 acres in the middle of thousands and thousands of other public acreage. Right. And I can only hunt the 140.
Yeah, you're really limited.
Well, that's teeny tiny.
Yeah. So I went there first because I was like, there's elk there. I think I saw a cow the first night. And I was like, I'll come back the next morning. Came back the next morning, heard one bugle. I would have chased it, but I couldn't because it was across lines. It was still pretty far. So I left there and I'm like, I'm going to go down to the bigger country I have and put miles on. And I ended up putting 30 some miles on in a couple of days.
Yeah.
And I heard one bugle. And I found some sign, but nothing that I was like, I'm on it. And I ran into a lot of guys. And a lot
of guys hunting what?
Elk. Because
really?
It's open. The season's open. All the guys who drew the unit can hunt the same stuff I can draw.
Oh.
That hunt.
Interesting.
They give out quite a few tags.
Wow. 500.
Yeah.
500
How big's
tags.
the herd in Kentucky?
I mean, they say
in PA, I think it's 1,200.
They say 15,000.
I was gonna say 14,000, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
all right,
we'll see.
We're talking sizable.
Yeah, so there's a lot of guides out on four-wheelers, side-by-sides, where I didn't think you were supposed to use them, but they're out there, right? And they have their clients with them. So I'm just like, I don't know. So I go back to that spot, and I basically changed the mindset of like, I'm going to hunt them like a whitetail because I have 140 acres, right? So I start going in, wind was favorable. I started going into like the same spot every night, right? And I heard.
Are you in a tree?
Nope, on the ground. Underneath I was underneath an oak. And I heard a bugle the night before off property, but not that far, like 300-400 yards maybe. So I was like, all right, come back. Next morning came back. I don't think I saw or heard anything. No, nothing. It was warm, humid, like just bugs were eating you alive type of thing. Left. Went and walked that other property, just didn't feel right. Came back for the evening hunt, got in late. And when I was coming in, there was a couple guys on side-by-sides coming up the road I park on. And I park like a mile away because sometimes the elk cross that road. And I'm like, ugh, if they come up this trail, like, hunt's blown. So I just stood there for like, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And they ended up driving by. So I go up in my spot. I'm in there like 5 minutes. And it's like, meh. I'm like, what?
Fake or real?
Like,
it's a gale.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, and you're in 12-foot autumn olive. Like, I mean, it is thick, and it's like right there, you know. And so I cow call back at it, nothing. Like 2-3 minutes goes by. Yeah, I'm like, like it's 40 yards maybe. I'm like, I don't know. Like I know there's a cow in here. Like I've seen her in here. And I should say that morning I did find bull tracks around. So I was like, he came through here at night at some point. And so it's like 5 o'clock, right? I mean, plenty of time. Cow called back at it. Nothing. I'm like looking over my shoulder and then I hear like, murr, murr. And I'm like, I look up on the hill and here just comes Rack, like walking down this hill through this just high grass. And I'm like, holy shit, like that's a big bull.
There it is.
You know, there it is. Yeah, that's exactly what I was like, there he is. And he starts coming down, and the way that it was like a wall of really thick stuff on one side, like kind of thick stuff on the other side. And there was a little gap, like an old 4-wheeler or 2-track trail that I was like, if they shoot this gap, and that's where I saw his tracks, I was like, he shot it before. I'm gonna kill him at like 40 yards basically. And he starts coming down, and I'm watching, I'm like, he's gonna do the thing. He's gonna go right into that gap. And so here he comes down, and I drew on him, and he kind of looked in my direction, but not like at me, just like through me type of thing. And he ended up just turning slightly, and I freaking let it go. And then it was like I hit him, I think, like, you know, the whole, like everything in your head starts spinning. Cause like, here goes this giant animal, like busting brush, like just crashing. And he actually ran on a regulated area. So, which is privately owned, but they do give some public tags out for it.
Interesting.
And so my first call was to my buddy from my Kentucky county. I was like, hey, shot this elk. He ran there. I said, I don't know if he's still on our property or I don't know if he's on that property, but like, I don't know what to do. So he's like, all right, well, let me connect you. And so I ended up talking to like 4 wardens because they don't have to let you on. And the one warden I talked to, he said, man, unfortunately, like this guy's been pretty hard before. Like he's not let people on to look for him. And I'm like, what the hell, man? Like immediately you go from like high of high to like
worse.
Low of lows. It's like, you know, what do I do? Like, that's crazy. What do you mean? Like that, you know, I think I made a good shot. I'm sure he's dead over here. It's finally his sergeant or whatever got permission for me. And I think partially because I was like in the furthest corner of this like 7,000 acre parcel that they own. Yeah. Like it wasn't like, oh, he ran right in the middle here or something. And it was ultra like bow season. I don't know how many people were on it, but.
And you weren't like hugging his property line.
No, I shot it several hundred yards off of the line. It's just, I ended up hitting high lung and probably maybe liver or maybe cut the second lung high. So that cavity had to fill up. So, I mean, that animal, that's a 55-gallon drum. Like he ran. He almost went 600 yards.
Wow.
And, but like then you find them, right? And I'm like, this is the biggest animal I've ever seen in my life. Because I've never seen a dead elk before. I've never, you know, I've seen live ones in like in Benazet.
I tried to tell him. You guys have gotten elk?
My first one last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was intense.
It's like, an incredibly large
I walk
animal.
up on this thing and I'm like,
I told him, he's like, oh, I'm going to pack it up by myself. And I'm like, okay.
I know when you said he did that, I was like, whoa.
So
then again, you're running 100 miles.
I was.
So
that part of it,
he's got hidden power.
I was in really good
badass.
shape. But like, yeah, I walk up on this thing and I'm like, okay, that's the biggest animal I saw. And like, obviously I've broken down deer and stuff like that, but I'm like, never broke down an elk.
Splash.
Right. So I'm like going through and like doing stuff. So like first things first, I was like, you get in that mindset where to your point where you're kind of all alone and like, I've got like my green light on. It's still just getting dark. Like it actually was fairly
you're like elbows deep in a giant elk. Like,
yeah. And like, I'm like,
cut
okay,
the trachea.
First things first is like, I know I'm mounting this thing. No, it's going in my cabin. Right. So I need to get,
oh yes, you gotta,
I need to peel all the skin off here. Right. I need to get quarters. I had all my bags with me and everything. Right. So it's like, I need to get quarters off. I need to skin. I started like getting into like the hide. I'm like, this is the thickest hide I've ever seen. Cause like I'm used to deer hide. Right. And I'm like, right there. And I'm like going through this. I'm like, I don't even know if these knives are going to cut this stuff. Like it's so thick. And so like I get both shoulders. I get shoulder and hindquarter off, bagged off to the side. I get back strap off. I get neck caped up to the head. And I'm like, I'm moving. And obviously by now, like the flies are like swarming.
Yellow
right?
jackets, flies.
Oh, dude, it's not. And so I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, oh shit, I got to roll this thing over because I could get the other side. And so I was like, I don't know, So just like whatever, mommy lifting car off baby, right? Just and lift it over. And then, repeat on the other side, somehow like crack the head off to like cut it at the neck, to get the cape off and bag that. And so then I think at that point I take the back straps and tenders out to the truck, and I have an Eberly stock pack out pack, and I brought my game cart, my deer game cart with me, and I'm like, I'm gonna put the quarters on the game cart, and I'm gonna pack the head. And at the time, I'm like, I don't know how many trips this is going to take.
Quarters.
Sounds hard. Sounds pretty hard.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how many trips I'm going to take. So and it's kind of like a gradual uphill, flat, down the hill, and then to the bench where he's at, right? And so it's the first pack out was over 2 miles, but I moved the truck.
Are we talking 400 pounds of meat? 300?
Yeah,
somewhere.
Probably a 600 or 700 pound animal, I'd imagine, on the hoof.
Easily.
Yeah.
So with the cape,
I think
300 pounds?
I bet at least 300 pounds.
I bet it'd be a touch more than that.
I bet the head was.
Did you bone it in the field?
No.
Okay. So,
yeah, I bet the head was like 100 plus itself.
Oh yeah.
With the cape, you mean?
So I've got that. Yeah. So I've got that on my back, right? And I pile those up and ratchet strap them on there, and then I go to pull it, and I'm like, I can't pull it, right? So I turn around and I push it like a shopping cart.
And baby's in the stroller
baby
now.
in the stroller, right? And I've got this thing. I can't imagine if somebody saw me.
Got baby out from under the car. Baby's in the stroller.
With this
baby's coming home.
Giant elk head on my back, pushing this thing forward. So I get it, 200 yards or whatever. And then there's one big hill I got to go up. And then once I'm on that, it's flat and then downhill. And so I'm just like, okay. So I pack the head up, dump it off, right? Lay there on the ground for like 2 minutes. Like, okay, that's done. Get to the bottom and like, I can't push this. So I reverse like lunge this thing, and I'm just lunging up the hill and
rowing up
the hill.
Pure torture.
And there's one point here. I'll find the video. It's like,
how's your back?
I felt like I said,
strong.
My glutes were in good condition.
Strong.
I was in.
Cheeks were clenched.
See, that's when you got to use the Instagram pool. Hey, anybody live around here? Come on, need some help.
No, there is a point. So here, let's see. There. Okay.
Language warning.
Put it in front of your mic so you can hear it.
Okay, here. So this is just me
like
in the middle. Yeah.
I don't know. Seemed like the right way to do it. Quads are burning. It's a big hill.
Did you develop a lisp while you're doing this?
Just so jacked up though.
So yeah, there's that's the game cart. Right, just load it down.
Yeah.
And so I got it up that hill, put that back on. And so I basically did it one trip the whole way out.
And then did you just like jump on the cart and like slide down the
No.
the
In fact,
side?
there was a couple times I'm like, I'm having trouble controlling this bad boy. Because it wasn't that, there was a flat and then down, and it's just, you know, nasty old strip mine type stuff. But then, I think it was like, I don't know, I think it was 11 o'clock. So I shot it at 5, found it at like 7. And I had it out at 11.
What'd you think about the meat?
Super impressive.
Dude,
very good.
I love the elk meat.
Yeah.
Like way better than deer.
Yeah, it's sad
Weird.
to admit, but it's true.
Crazy. Like first of all, and we can get into this because I'm really bad. Sirloin tip roast.
Sure.
See, I was always like, I don't know. I thought that was the round roast because it's fucking round.
Okay, yeah.
But not.
Yeah.
Right? Sirloin?
The football shaped
one. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, so it took me 3 days because I did debone everything and then put it in coolers. And then it took me 3 days of like processing throughout like evenings when I got home to get it all cut up.
Yeah.
So get that sirloin tip out, right? I'm like, I cut it in fours.
Yeah, I think we texted about this. Yeah.
I cut it in fours because I'm like this is enormous. Like it was whatever, 15 pounds. I'm like 4s, like package away.
Yeah.
You know?
So good, dude.
Yeah. So we've done, in fact, we're going to we'll do a French dip elk roast tomorrow down in Kentucky. Yeah. Really weird. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like not beef, but like it just, I don't know, something about it.
Yeah, I mean, people use the term gamey to describe wild game, and deer definitely is gamey. And there's certain ways that you can make it so that that flavor profile is not the most prominent flavor in whatever you're eating. There's ways you can kind of remove it, but elk like doesn't have as much of that.
No, but the body itself, like the carcass, stinks way worse.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would say worse, but it's a different smell.
It's more pungent. It's stronger.
Yes, elk smell different than deer, which smell different than antelope. They all smell different.
Well, and maybe it's a stupid question, but like, you know, and I was in Kentucky, so different than like if I'm out west or whatever. But like when I found that thing, and he had been stone dead for probably an hour, there were so many flies on him already. And I never have that with deer. Like there may be some flies, but I'm talking like as I'm cutting it up, I felt like, was it Into the Wild? You ever see that movie where he's like he's trying to save, like he shoots something, he's trying to save it, and the flies and the maggots end up getting into the food and stuff. Like that's what I felt like. I'm sitting there cutting. I'm like, I got to get this thing in a game bag. I got to get this thing in a game. Because it just felt like they were everywhere.
I wonder if it's the smell. They have a stronger smell.
When I kill deer in Florida, I'm scrambling to get the guts out, get the hide off, get it processed, get it cooled down. And it stresses me out. It almost is like, it's still very fun, but it's so stressful for me that it's a little less fun because I'm so worried about the meat. Yeah. And it's so hot and there's flies and it's like, it's crazy.
That was my mindset. Like once I started, like I got in the zone and I was making progress, but then just like, again, I'm just pouring sweat.
Is it like 70? Is that what you said?
Oh, it's like mid to high 70 and like 100% humid. There was actually storms coming. And so I'm just sitting there like just pouring sweat, like trying to cut through, and my eyes are burning because I got sweat in them. And I'm just thinking like how am I going to cool this down? Like I went and got ice, and then I put them in, and then I opened them up, and the coolers obviously retained the heat. Right from the meat. So then I flipped them open and I packed the ice like vertical with them and just let them like air circulate. But it's still 70 degrees. I'm just packing. So it's like there was a part of me that was freaking out there for a while until I could get that meat cooled down. Because I'm like, I've never had to do anything like this. It's like the deer. I like drag it out. I load it up. I get it quartered and it's cool.
Yeah. The way that elk hold on to heat too is different than a whitetail.
Shocked me, honestly. Yeah. Like that, I had one really big Yeti cooler that I think I had both hindquarters in and like barely in, like 110 quart or whatever, right? And I had 3 or 4 bags of ice in there, and I got that in at like 1:30 or 2 in the morning. And at 6, when I opened it up, that ice was almost all melted because the heat that had started to come out of that. Like really, you needed to hang those, but it was like, I didn't know what the right decision was because I'm like, it's 75 degrees out. Do I hang them and let that air come around the game bag?
Yeah,
probably not.
Definitely in the ice.
Yeah, and so it's like so again, as a solo, because I'm all by myself, right? Like these are the things where I'm like, hey, Jeremy, what do you do here? Like I'm talking to myself, you know, 3 pounders in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
awesome.
weird. But from a meat standpoint, really good. I honestly, and it's been a while, but I really liked our muleys too from North Dakota. I thought that meat was really good.
It's just got to be different areas and stuff. Like I've had really good elk too. Like I've enjoyed it, but the last elk that I shot didn't taste great.
Really?
Yeah. Just I don't know why.
Do you think that was because of the pack out and like to get it on ice or to? You took it to processors too, huh?
Yeah.
I worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Well, I shot a day.
I don't know what you do in that situation.
I shot a day
Actually,
two.
I haven't.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I said I've had bad experiences with that, but actually that's not true. I've never brought one of my deer to a processor, but when we first started hunting, Nick, I think there were maybe 1 or 2 deers that he had butchered or processed himself with his friends. And then there was one buck in particular that he took to a processor. And when we got this deer back, it was almost inedible. It was so stinky.
Oh, yeah, it was.
And I don't know, truly,
rotten.
and I don't mean to like rag on the processors because processors are incredible and like necessary.
We need more of
need them. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And they're like, I appreciate what they do. But it could have been what we did because we were so young and just didn't know how, like the importance of meat care. We might have not even known how to gut properly.
Well, think about it. I mean, like I've gone to several. We talked about opening day, and the temperatures will be nice, but you know, half the time opening day it's 55 degrees or 60 degrees. You go to the butcher shop, there's 35 deer lined out on the cement patio out front, just baking in the sun.
Still with their hide on.
Yeah, for how long? I don't know.
And the kids skinning, they've all got big Copenhagens in, spitting on it. Like it's a little messy.
And it is.
So who knows what happened with it? I mean, we did take it to a processor. I think we did everything right. I mean, what can you really do? Like,
that's what I was saying.
On the mountain, it's like I shot him in the morning.
It took a while to find him, right?
No, I watched him fall down the mountain.
Nice.
And then I think, yeah.
Is this the last one?
The last one. Yeah, well, because I shot him, and I got single lung, I think. It was like it was a rage of shooting at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Put it right through his shoulder blade, if you can believe that. Caught one lung. And
what poundage were you shooting at that time?
80.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously.
80. And then, you guys are like, I've got a stat for you here in a bit.
Okay.
Crept up on him, found him, so single lung hit, we think. So I put another arrow in him, and then he just died and fell down the mountain, which was great. It helped us for the pack out kind of thing. I think we went right down to him and gutted him. Mm-hmm. We took care of him there. We got him all cut up right there.
Him out.
And got him under a cedar and covered, like with a tarp and stuff. And every time, which has been twice now, every time with an elk, those like flies and maggots and stuff, they start getting on it. Not maggots, but like you said, yellow jackets and stuff.
The yellow jackets.
Yeah. It's like weird. It's crazy. So then we rode back to camp. Mm-hmm. I don't know, hour ride. Had lunch. Came back. It's in the shade, processed, separated from one another. Like Rusty, my outfitter, is like helping me with it.
Yeah.
And we get them out, and they sit there in camp overnight. It gets down to probably 30.
Yeah. So I mean, that's fine. Getting air moving
separate.
Around
that's the main thing. They can't be touching each other. Mm-hmm. And then the next day they pack them all the way out. It's like a 8-10 hour ride. They all the way back to the trailhead, and they drive it straight to the processor.
So nothing negligent on
nothing
your part.
on our end.
Yeah. No.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to they spoke highly of the processor, and like when I went and saw it, it didn't seem in disarray or anything. Like there was a lot of elk there, and
interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
You want me to tell you a crazy story about a processor?
Let me give you this stat real quick, because if I don't, I never will. With that beast broadhead, I know you guys are shooting as NAPs. The last 4 deer that I've shot have made it less than a combined total of 100 yards.
Really?
Yeah.
Just four big bucks.
Are you getting them in the heart every time, or is this double lung?
Double lung.
First one, nope.
I love a double.
First one was a femoral artery. They still call it the ephemeral. It was the artery that runs along the spine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or aorta, or aortic.
Or aortic.
That'd be down on the heart.
Femoral runs down and then in the groin.
Yeah, this would be
high
up under the
high
spine.
and back. High and back.
Okay.
I thought that might be aortic, but I know that's hard, but I think that might be.
Well, it all comes. Yeah. Okay.
So tried to 15 yards, fell over stone dead, Iowa. And then this year, so 3 this year, spined the first one. So that's kind of cheating on that one.
He didn't go anywhere. Didn't go 20.
5. He went maybe 5.
Kind of cheating.
Okay. These last 2 are legit and fair though. I shot an 11 point in Illinois, double lunged him. He ran 30 yards. Yeah, nothing.
Then fell back.
Toast.
You gained yardage.
Yeah, I gained some yardage back at the end. They actually fell down a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this one here, he ran maybe 50 yards.
Why do you think? Like, I'm not a tinkerer, not really. Like, is the gun sighted in? Okay, I'll borrow it. You know, I like to hunt. I don't care too much to tinker.
You're not
like,
a gear guy.
Why do you think?
Well, at least on the last two, and you know the spine one, you could argue, you hit him in the right spot. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So the last two,
Number one,
have been double lungs, and they don't like that.
Mm-mm.
You put a freaking big 2-blade anything through their lungs,
they can't breathe.
Although I will say, I double lung almost like probably every buck that I've shot with my bow in Pennsylvania, which we're probably at 5. I double lung them. They do still run far for me, but I'm probably only shooting 50 pounds.
You also never get clean pass-throughs. You get like, you'll get a...
Well, it goes through, but then it stays in, and then the arrow is like in and out, which
that's even better. Eh?
I know, honestly.
You'd think so.
But they normally run...
They go 100.
Yeah, 100 or less.
Which is great.
Between 60 to 100 yards.
That is further than I've seen on double lung hits in general.
Yeah.
Well, she's also shooting 50 pounds.
But it doesn't matter. It's you see.
You pop the
balloon. It's getting
balloon.
through them.
I wonder if the impact has a little...
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll go Josh on you for a minute. It's probably the sharpness of the blades. Like, I know for a fact that those blades that are on the beast there are the highest quality and sharpest broadheads that are out there, and sharpness retention.
That makes sense.
So you're probably, I don't know if that's what's making the difference, but
They say it cuts at a molecular level.
Yeah. And honestly, dude,
doesn't everything cut at a minute?
I don't know.
I don't think it does, dude. I think if a slightly less sharp broadhead, there's a bit of tearing that goes on.
Versus cutting.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, with a dull knife, you are tearing rather than cutting.
Yeah.
And I think that the more molecularly you can shoot, probably not the right term.
Molecular.
Freaking laser beams.
Dude, I need to watch that
freaking
again.
laser beams. I did
That
watch
shit
it.
was funny.
Yeah, I just think that they just freaking bleed.
That's incredible.
To add to your anecdote, Ryan killed one, an elk in Idaho this fall, and he said he shot through both shoulder blades with the beast. Big bull.
I put mine through the shoulder blade.
Yeah.
And I'm shooting 70.
So
and
there's
40 yards.
There's something to it.
Clean pass through like 10 yards past the bull, laying in the grass.
And they fly great. They hit where the field.
There have been.
Impressive.
We talked about it because people ask us all the time, and like we're not gonna hunt it. There have been some people that have wrote us, and whether they heard through the grip, they're like, "Hey, did you see this? Like somebody said this they shot this with a beast and it didn't bleed." And like, listen, there's outliers all over the place.
Happens,
like, right?
Yeah.
Like weird things happen.
We do have a story about that an experience with that this year. Just a different broadhead, but Nick's buck this year. He shot it double lung, but a little bit farther back, like almost at the point where the diaphragm is, and like ripped through all of that. And there was something.
So liver.
No, it was it was long.
It went through the ribs. It went through the ribs.
Diaphragm, but not behind the diaphragm.
Yeah, not behind.
It was
but
the
close.
last sliver of lung.
Yeah.
Just
and did you also get liver?
No.
No, stayed
No,
inside.
it was
Did not
because
touch.
it was like it went through both ribs still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So not that far back.
But the diaphragm does kind of.
Did you end up
No, we got him. Yeah,
legal.
but
Yeah.
it didn't bleed a drop.
At all.
A drop. Like he ran 100 yards, fell over in the snow,
and
So-
died?
died.
And
like-
Was it higher?
His organs
Yeah.
were
A touch
yeah,
high.
like pulled out through
Touch
that exit wound.
That's
So
that.
So I'm wondering if it
that's
like
why.
plugged it up.
That's
Definitely.
that cavity fill. Like
it was
that's
it was strange.
that bull I shot, and I knew it as soon as I started tracking. I was finding blood high. Like you would see good, drip slow, but like painting everything high. So you're like, shot high, right? Like, but good blood.
It did go through the liver too, because when you gutted it, it was
I didn't think it did.
It did, because when I was cleaning, like when I was processing the deer, the tenderloins were all covered in. That only happens when it surpasses the other side of the diaphragm.
Like I said, I'm not the tinker. I just there's
Yeah, it did go. It did go
died.
through both ribs, but I think it did. It also.
I'm not sure
he
if you
didn't-
heard me, but it died.
It died.
We got it.
He just didn't bleed. He fell over in minutes.
It does. It happens,
Yes.
man.
Yeah,
I mean,
He just didn't bleed.
It was like 105 yards. It ran.
It was strange.
Well, they've definitely received some, I think, negative feedback, lash out online, like negative comments on the beast, mainly pertaining to entry an exit wound size. And frankly, we've experienced that too, not in like an overly negative sense, but like coming from whatever, I used to shoot those 2.3 rages and stuff. And those are rear deploying also, but they're in a fixed position. Like the Broadhead, unless it breaks, is not getting smaller than this. The thing with the Beast is it's built around this bone avoiding technology, is like what they
so it'll like oscillate.
Spring flex.
It doesn't oscillate like a sever would oscillate. They're dependent on one another. It's on a pivot point. And the downfall with that is you break one, the other fulcrum point or whatever's gone. So this one folds in.
It's a fill point.
That's the weakness with that one.
I see.
These operate independently on a spring. And so one can come in, the other can come in. They don't need each other to do this. The problem is, or the strength, depending on how you're looking at it, is if it goes through a hard surface like a bone or a very tough point of hide, it is designed to go like this and then redeploy very quickly. Like the speed is there for it to cut organs with fresh blades. So what they feel is it saves the edge retention, and so what you get in that scenario is cutting organs with the sharpest edge possible, most hemorrhage possible. However, it may lead to smaller entry and exit wounds depending on where you hit.
So it would be prioritizing penetration rather than
penetration,
cutting
and
diameter,
blade sharpness on the interior of the animal.
Trauma to the organs. So you, in theory, might have a smaller entry or exit wound than you were thinking, but the internal trauma was maximum.
Yeah. And we have great relationship with those guys. I've argued with David Hauser, he's the head engineer, and he knows what the frick he's talking about. And I'm like, well, dude, what if we made one that's like locked in position? And he gave me some really good reasons as to like why they are not necessarily going to do that. But
that sounds like it probably wouldn't pass through bone. Well, if it was
and they have those. So think about like you've shot deer in the ribs, in the bones with fixed positions, broadheads. Okay, but so what is unknown is how much edge retention are we losing, and how often are we breaking blades? Leading to just like the broadhead is not performing if you do that. The example is like, dude, take even an outdoor edge knife, like the sharpest brand new razor blade, and just jam it through a shoulder blade or a rib. It's like it's obvious, and then look at it; it's going to be dulled or curled over and stuff. So that said, I do think that they're working on some stuff. Like they've heard that feedback, and so like. They haven't even told me, but I think they have heard that feedback. That's what we'd like to see out of it too, and I think you can have the best of both worlds.
Yeah, because the trauma to the organs is what you want. that's what's going to kill the animal quickly. But you also have to find them, which is what a blood trail is for. Right. So I definitely, there are people that I absolutely believe shot it and didn't have blood, by whichever way they hit it, the right angle, whatever. And some of them have found the deer, like whether it's through a drone or just grid searching or whatever. But man, you got that with so many different things. Like I couldn't tell you the number that I've shot and plugged up.
A fair statement, and like maybe this won't be everybody's experience, but I've never had to look for a deer with a beast. Everyone I've shot has died in sight.
That's a plus.
It's 4 of them.
Yeah, I'm generally hesitant to change just because of the hassle of getting your stuff dialed back in.
There's no hassle. There's no
and
change.
I've never had a problem with the NAP kill zone. It's great every time.
From a flight standpoint, dude, it's interchangeable. You could screw that on and not know the difference.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
I feel like the technology now, engineers, everything's getting so good that generally speaking, it's probably going to be a step up from what it was 15 years ago, which is...
Generally speaking.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
The HUNTR Podcast is brought to you by Beast Broadhead.
Dude. Beast Broadheads. Man, we've been advocating for and shooting expandable, especially big expandable broadheads for years and years now. And it just seems like they keep making them better and better. And ultimately, with the relationship we forged with the Bowmars this past year, we're just super excited to be shooting the Beast Broadheads this year.
This broadhead it's the world's sharpest expandable broadhead out there. It has best penetration, and it's got bone avoiding technology. Ultimately, we want to create the most trauma possible on a deer when we release an arrow. The Beast Broadhead does that for us every time.
So right now you can use code HUNTR, HUNTR, for a discount on anything on the Beast website. So definitely go check out beastbroadheads.com.
Okay, my processor story. We were talking about how sometimes when you go to the processor, you get your animal back and it doesn't taste very good, or it's a little raunchy, or you go there and there's 60 deer lined up waiting to be processed. Nick killed an alligator in August.
Whoa.
We took
a big alligator.
We took this alligator to an alligator processor in Okeechobee, Florida.
Oh yeah, sounds right.
It was the crazy, like I've never seen anything like it. Instead of there being, you know, a bunch of deer lined up, it was all of these 10, 11, 12, maybe even bigger gators lined up all on top of each other. Enormous. The stench wasn't
I bet.
incredible.
Fishy.
And there were
it's hard to explain.
Just
like a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yes, they feel like a dinosaur. They look like a dinosaur.
Yeah.
They act like a dinosaur.
So what did that make you feel? Like you're like, okay, we've got to drop this thing off. I assume you guys are like, we want to eat the meat.
I was like, next time we kill a gator, we're killing a really small one.
And we'll do it ourselves.
And I'm going to do it myself. There was no way that I could process.
Too big.
It was like an 11-foot gator. I can't do that myself. And I've never done a gator before. I need something smaller to work on.
Yeah, but
they processed it. They were excellent.
Yeah.
Like they did what they did. They did a great job.
How much meat do you get off of something like that?
As much as you want.
What does that look like? Like, what's
Chicken.
that consist of? Like arms and leg meat, mainly?
tail.
A lot of it's tail.
Tail is the biggest part.
Yeah.
I don't know if they keep arm and leg.
The jowls.
Yeah.
The jowls, whatever you want to call them.
Oh, I was like, I thought Jaws?
No,
Yeah.
they call them jowls. I don't know how you spell
Is
that.
that a South Florida thing? Jowls.
I've heard that.
The chompers.
Chompers.
Yeah.
Jowls.
Jowls.
They'll keep the
So
chompers.
like the cheek meat type
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah. What?
Yeah.
Oh, like a
And
halibut.
Forcefully.
truly, they have a good flavor. It's just the
Cheek meat.
texture that's a little reptile-y.
Reptilian.
I think it's like,
The
I think I've only
reptilian?
had like gator nuggets. So I'm just
Yeah,
like,
I
so-
think moving forward, that's
It's
probably the
fine.
only way I'm going to eat it. I made a chili out of it. I was like paying homage to the South. I did like a Cajun
Yeah, there you
chili. And it was just
a little gamey fishy or
honestly, the flavor's not bad. It was truly just the texture.
yeah.
It is a mix between like poultry and fish.
Yeah.
We've hunted iguana before, and I've cooked iguana.
Oh, I like iguana.
It was the same
Really?
kind of experience to me, where the flavor, I didn't mind the
like
flavor
you're eating
at
a
all,
dinosaur.
but it was right. That face you're making right now.
Yeah.
That's exactly how
when we were
I felt.
in
You don't like
Curacao.
Yeah.
That's their big thing is like
Iguana.
barbecued iguana. And so I was like,
Oh.
yeah, when in Rome,
Oh,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I liked it. It was just, tastes like chicken.
Yeah, it's
It's edible.
There
but,
is something about a reptile.
Can I ask you about this about hogs? You processed a hog?
Mm-hmm.
Is their skin is it a hide or is it skin?
It is. Oh, that's a good question. It's.
Because
I've never skinned a human, so I don't know.
but don't they
what
use
skin
pigs
would-
for
I don't know.
in place of like cadavers and stuff? Like I was always
pig organs.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was always under the
very
impression
different
that-
than like a wild hog.
Oh, it is.
Yes, very different.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
these
a
are-
hog would have a hide then and fur.
It's a very,
It's a very
gnarly.
wiry-
Yeah, it's a thick, wiry, muddy shield. It's just it's a mess to get through.
As opposed to like a pig.
Yes, a domesticated pig is probably a lot different. I've never butchered a domesticated pig, so I can't say for sure what that's like. But hogs have very thick skin that's very wiry. And it's really hard to cut through. You need a very sharp blade. And you may need to hone that blade while you are processing
I would
one
for sure cut
hog.
myself during that.
They've got like a yellow, like wild, stinky fat. It's not
Interesting.
if you shoot the small ones, they're good, but a big gnarly
Like
one,
a crock
I mean,
pot.
it's still edible, obviously, but it's just a lot of work, and it's probably not going to taste that good.
Yeah.
And they're very invasive.
And there definitely are
Yeah.
chefs that'll make a big nasty hog taste really good, but it's a lot of work. It's
Yeah, I
tons
bet.
of work.
Big nasty hog. We can throw in all these extra words. Like
yeah. Just this little bit of adjectives
every day
there.
for a summer.
Yeah.
Oh, big, oily, greasy.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
We get it.
With
Well,
some- with some works
what have
on
you
it.
been making recently? Like anything that you've made recently? You're like, ooh, that's a good one.
I've been really going back to basics
Okay.
and doing like chili, tacos, burgers.
Yeah. That's my world.
I feel like I've perfected venison burgers. I cut it with maybe like up to 30% of fat.
Beef fat?
Yes, beef suet. If you go to the grocery store, you
Beef
can,
what?
Suet.
Is that fat?
Yes. Yep. And
Do I have to look for
Is
suet?
it technically organ fat? SUET.
That's a good. So like in pigs, they call it leaf lard, and that's the fat like internally around the kidneys. Honestly, I don't know.
It's got
I think suet is just
flavor.
Beef fat in general. I don't know if that. I don't know. I don't know if that's the same in cattle. But yes, that's what I like to buy because it's just pure fat. So you're not mixing the meat in with.
Yeah.
Because I've done that too, where I'll like buy just like a fatty cut of pork.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, or like a fatty cut of beef.
I've done that. Yeah.
Yeah, which is easy and that works very well.
Yep, just cut it up. Mix
but this
it together.
way, you just get the fat and then you cut it in with venison. I'll do like 30% fat specifically for my burgers.
I like that. That's a good idea.
And then I'll do a nice like 4-inch. I have a 4-inch cookie cutter that I'll use as like my mold, and I'll press them down pretty thin and like depress it a little extra in the middle so it doesn't like cave up on you.
I saw one like, and again, just because I'm always like cruising online and they just target me. There's like, it wasn't a sausage stuffer, but it had a patty thing. So like, you basically, it had 2 of them. And it would fill one of them, and you would slide the thing over, and you would drop it out, and then you'd fill the next. And it was like a perfect, like patty size.
That's cool. That'd be great.
It was just an attachment, I think, for like a sausage stuffer or something.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
You've also been doing a lot of charcoal cooking, which
yes,
I think makes a huge difference.
Really?
I like that.
Does.
Oh yeah,
I do like
the flavor is incredible.
That or pellet grill. I still do pellet grill,
Pellet's
and I like
awesome
that
too.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
If I'm lazy, it's propane, but yeah.
Yeah, charcoal grills really do add a lot of flavor. A lot.
I bet.
And
it takes patience.
Yeah, it does. And yeah, you need to like learn how to finesse it. I've got this great grill by Oklahoma Joe's that's an auto feed.
That's what we just bought one.
Yeah.
We bought a pellet grill
in Illinois
Hell
for our
yeah.
house. It was our first like build.
badass.
Like we got into our house. We're like went to. Where did we buy that from?
Farm King.
Farm King.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Jared put it together. I cooked the first burgers.
Fortunately,
on
I killed a buck, so I had a whole day to like put our grill together.
It was awesome. Yeah, but we got like a, I don't know, it's not a huge one, but it's pellet grill, and that thing, baller.
Yeah. The amount, just like the flavor that it adds to it, I think is huge. And then we've got this other grill that's, so the auto feed charcoal grill is great if you're going to do longer smokes. Like if you want.
They do an auto feed?
Auto feed.
It's
charcoal grill.
So like similar to the pellet grill where I like fill up the side with charcoal?
You fill up a hopper with charcoal briquettes.
Yeah.
And then you set your temperature and then auto feeds it. Yeah. So you get all of the charcoal flavor.
What about the lighting? Because that's what gets me. It's like, man, how do I get this shit lit?
No, for this auto feed, you do maybe 3 of those like what would you call them?
It's just a fire starter. It's like
just 3 little fire starters.
Little wax bundle kind of thing.
Yeah.
You light those, close the little hopper thing, and then it lights the charcoal from the bottom, and then it auto feeds it, and it monitors the temperature.
No shit.
And there's a fan that kicks all the heat into the barrel.
Turkey. So you take a turkey, you cut the spine out, you break it,
break
the breastbone, and then I smoked it for like 2.5 hours on the auto feed charcoal. So it's so much harder to monitor charcoal.
I was gonna say, like, how do you, was that like 200 or 225 you're trying to keep it, or?
I think I did 300.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say,
and then I cranked it up a little bit right at the end to try and get the skin a little crispier. Yep.
You also have to worry about the ambient temperature. So it was like 33 degrees outside. So
it took a little longer.
Takes longer.
Do those grills do both? Like, is there a difference?
Like a charcoal and a pellet?
Yeah. No, the pellet grills are separate from charcoal grills. But in terms of like smoking or grill, like searing, pellet grills are a little bit hard. Pellet grills and these like auto feed charcoal grills, they are harder to sear on.
Yeah, to get them high.
Yeah. So some of them have different features where you can like open up the burn pot and then you can have a little bit more of a direct flame if you want to get like a really hot sear on something. But I cook burgers on our pellet grill all the time.
Yeah.
We have lots of grills. We've got maybe like 3 or 4 grills
Can't ever have
at
enough.
all of our homes. It's crazy.
It is funny. I did we talked about that out. I did like 20 pounds of jalapeno cheddar sticks. And then I smoked them.
You sent me that picture.
I smoked them on the pellet grill, and just, and the hard part there is like, again, even, I mixed pork fat in there. But like you can dry those things out real fast.
Yes.
So it's just like, where's that fine line of like they're cooked, but you're not drying them out, and then stopping the cooking process when you get them off. But they turned out really well. And then I have the last pack packed for Kentucky, I've got elk breakfast sausage I made too.
Yeah.
That was really good. Just
I've
like
been
a
making
sage sausage.
I've been making some breakfast burritos, like in batches. Normally I'll make, I don't know, like 10 to 20 at a time.
They disappear
and then I'll freeze
quick.
them. Yeah.
So what are you putting in there?
The sausage is like a pretty simple recipe.
It's
just
in the
with
book, right?
Yes, it is.
Just like a venison sausage?
Yes, a venison breakfast sauce. It is in the book.
Yeah.
Like maple syrup, and then with all and brown sugar, then with all of your delicious seasonings like fresh sage.
Yep. I like that. Okay.
It's so good.
We could have used you in camp
Pinch of
for
nutmeg.
some of those all day.
I know.
We
you
didn't
know?
stray far from the cold cut sandwiches and a PB&J.
Yeah, I said to Nick recently, like, I love the idea of just being a camp cook, like tagging out early,
Well,
so that
the good news,
I can be there
We've got a
to
spot.
right.
What is, I'm curious, what does yours and Nick's lunch look like on an all day sit?
Oh.
To be honest, we don't
Protein
do
bars?
too many
What?
like
All day sets.
On an all day sit.
Yeah,
there's usually
No,
there's
you
a
know?
move here and there. Go back to camp, grab a sandwich, go back out. There's
I
not
gotcha.
a whole lot
Yeah.
of like 12-hour
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
tree.
Yeah, no,
kinda.
I maybe only do all day sits like 3 days a year.
We just did one for
And
bears.
that's it.
Bear
Yeah,
season.
for bear, we were out there all
What
day.
do we
Yeah.
have? We had
We packed in some meals.
I
we
had
packed
some
in
creamy chicken Alfredo
Just got a nice
pasta.
picnic
Oh,
here.
very
yeah,
nice.
It was
we
great,
pack
yeah.
in a little like jet boil. I don't know what you
Oh.
call those actually.
It was
Dude.
just
Jet
jet
boil.
Jet Boil's a brand, but
Yeah, Jet Boil,
they
we
are,
get it.
They're all Jet Boils.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
me.
You know who she would really get a kick out of? And they would probably, you guys would all hit it off as Mike Lauer.
Oh, geez.
Dude,
yeah.
that guy sends me more videos of him with like a
A
jet
spread.
boil, a spread. Like
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
be midday in his tree stand
Yeah.
or at his truck. He'll got it. I'm like, dude, how do you even like do anything?
Like,
in
that's
your
what
truck?
he's there for. He's like, it's lunchtime.
Oh yeah,
if,
dude, I love
if
it.
we're doing an all day sit, I'm packing in something like that, and we're gonna eat some
You know
like
what used to be?
freeze dried meals and have a whole thing. about it.
Anchovies, just a can of anchovies.
Oh.
I know. I
I'm not about
I
that.
can't do it anymore. But for a couple years,
No.
that was my thing.
No, honestly, we don't hunt too often where it's like a set amount of time
Yeah.
trip that we're out there. We're very much like living where we're hunting.
Yeah. I mean, if
and
things
like
are
real
bumping,
life
you're
is
out.
going on.
Yeah.
Exactly. And when the weather's right, I'm
Mhm.
out. So I normally do not hunt the mornings. I don't enjoy waking up in the morning because Nick's a bit of a night owl.
Really?
Yeah. I'm an evening hunter.
For deer?
Oh yeah. So I'm a like
And
Don't put
Even
this
during
on.
the
Even
rut?
during like peak season?
Do not
no,
put
I mean
this on me.
when the weather's right.
Yeah. Did you see how
When the
she
weather's
deflected
right,
that?
Well,
Do not.
when the weather's right, I'm there.
I
Nick
mean,
likes
it's not
to
even
sleep
that
in.
early now, right? Like, what times it get light? 6:35.
Oh no, I'm up. I'm still out there. I'll stay up till 1, but I'm up at 4:30. She's
What times it get light? 6:35 or
You know,
something?
I like the
about that.
balance. I work and then I hunt.
she does
and
do.
then I
it.
repeat.
Yeah.
see, no, the
Yeah.
balance is November and then every other month.
Yeah.
No, I like
Interesting.
it that way. Yeah.
Do you feel like you miss opportunities?
No.
Oh, come on.
Mm-mm.
Come on. Come on.
No, I probably hunted 7, 8 mornings
Okay.
this year,
That's
but I probably
generous.
have hunted 30
Yeah.
days at least.
I mean,
Yeah.
there is something nice about an evening sit. Just being in,
Oh, I love
know
an
where you're
evening
going, getting, knowing that they're probably still bedded up, and
Mm-hmm.
For me, half the point of an evening sit is to leave my stuff in the tree for the morning.
Oh no. Also
agree.
in the
I agree.
areas that I hunt a lot of mountain laurel. And the deer in general come out of the laurel in the last 30 minutes of light.
Mhm.
So it's like in the morning, they're running into the laurel. In the evening, they're coming out of it.
Mm.
So for me, it's like if I can set my day up so that I can work in the morning, and then I do go in plenty early enough.
Yeah.
But I like to catch them right when they come.
Yeah,
out.
because I would think in some of those spots on the big woods, like those deer are probably moving back to bed at like, I don't know, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. Like,
Seems to be quite early. Yeah.
And
once they get in
can
the-
just hang
yeah.
out in the thick stuff
Yeah.
all day long, and they don't come out until like the last sliver of light.
For me, there's something I do appreciate where you're coming from on that, and that's mainly Florida. Mainly
Oh no,
Florida?
that's Pennsylvania.
So in Pennsylvania too.
I mean, honestly, that's anywhere. Or not anywhere. We live in Florida, and then we hunt here in Pennsylvania. So
Yeah.
it is those two spots.
Well,
Yeah.
that's fair, and I might mirror that if I was there too. Like for me, there's something romantic that I've enjoyed about
sunrise.
an all day, just an all day.
Oh,
just.
Jeez, I thought we were getting somewhere.
No. Just
the romantic.
I thought we were getting that somewhere.
Well, and the romance is deeper than just the all day thing, but it is the fact that it's all day and it's a grind.
Do you actually stay in the same?
Yes, he does.
Okay, so we have a trail camera picture. This is actually really funny. So it was bear season like this last weekend.
1150.
Yeah, I mean the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It does
It's just hard to do.
Yeah, it's
really hard.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. So it was bear season like this last
Saturday
weekend.
to Tuesday.
Oh yeah. So
I think it closes tomorrow, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Today.
Damn, I keep lengthening.
We got out there. Of course, we're getting trail camera notifications. Only people on all of our trail cameras.
Oh, not a good start.
No, but it's great. It's great. It's bear season.
Yeah, right. It's great. It's great. Nobody's freaking out.
There's one guy that we had. Only one guy on all of the trail cameras that was hiking in the dark. Okay, it was before sunrise. He had his headlamp on.
He was going
He had
in.
a climber.
I
was like, good for you, man. Everybody else was strolling through at like 8, 9,
gray
10
lights.
o'clock. Yeah,
yeah. No, not even gray light.
No, it was
post breakfast.
full daylight.
Yeah.
Then we have another trail camera picture on the same camera of this same guy, maybe 35 minutes after last shooting light. I was like, that dude.
All in.
He went in there all day long. He wasn't dragging anything out. He didn't shoot anything.
No.
Dude, guys do it. Like more
I was
than I give it credit for.
Him. I was
see
like,
guys.
this guy, like, let's go.
I'll pass trucks like on the way to like when I'm not doing all day sits. It'll be like October 29th, and I'll be going to my tree stand at like whatever 3 o'clock. And like they've been in or we'll see them like just going to lunch even. They'll be in there at like 1 o'clock doing, I assume, all day sits. I don't know.
So when you do the all day sit, do you move at any point?
Sometimes.
Okay.
If the wind changes.
But then sometimes you're just in the
most
same tree.
Majority of all day sits are in the same tree. Unless
I did an all day sit once in a turkey blind. We were doing this.
Oh, that's freaking crazy.
Wow.
Why would you do that?
I was not happy about it.
Why would you do that?
We were on this trip. It was like a brand trip that we were in. It was at an outfitter for turkeys, and they sat us in a blind, and I was in this blind the entire day.
That's crazy.
Watching turkey at like 100 yards.
Dude, if I haven't killed one when the sun comes up, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I was not happy about that.
Wow.
That was in Florida.
Oh.
Here, let me get the rest of it.
Years ago.
Not that you didn't cut me off at all, but I want to explain the rest of that romance that I see there. Which so like the all day, it's just the struggle. It's just like, man, it's like it's gonna suck, but I'm gonna do it. On top of that, when we were talking earlier, I was gonna kind of bring it up about the group dynamic, and obviously I do really enjoy that. We intentionally like base trips around that, or Jeremy and I do them together, or in any situation, there's always some element of that. But this past season and this most recent season, and it's the first I can really remember, or that I stumbled upon this. Like maybe I did it once last year. I've probably done it before. I did do it once before. I did it in Kansas one time, and it was a very beginning of that. But what it turned into was this past year. It's like I went out. So after Jeremy and I did our initial trip, I killed that one, and then so Jeremy and I were together the whole time. Came back. Then I went back out like 3-4 days later because I had seen this 11 point, and it was like our number one target. And I was like, I'm going back. And Jeremy had to go to.
I was in Universal Studios with the kids,
with his family, doing some family stuff.
Little family stuff.
And so that was my opportunity to like. And what's cool, the romance part of this is like, there's guys out there doing this like under the radar. All you see is like, this guy kills giants. That's all you know. But what you don't see necessarily is like, where was he for 3 weeks in November? Like they disappear, they fall off the face of the earth. And I wasn't gone for 3 weeks, but like,
we figured it out 15 or 16 days over the course of the 3 weeks.
Well, and on this specific trip, it was like 4 days. I killed him on the 4th day, which is just how it panned out. But like there was 3 days there where it's like I drove the whole way there by myself. And for 3 days, it was like prep in the evening, make a meal, make lunch for the next day, hunt dark to dark, come back to the house, make your meal, prep your lunch for the next day, go to sleep, wake up, hunt dark to dark. And so you get in kind of a cool like repetition where it's like, it's just me out here grinding. Just what other time of the year or anybody in their lives do you do something like that? You're solely focused on the mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that for trips that you like travel to. Like if we're traveling to hunt, it is definitely that for sure. But when we're like living at the cabin for 2 months,
I get it.
I get into
you can see the smoke's coming out of the chimney, and you're like, damn. Looks so warm.
Yeah, and I'm not warm over there.
I'm not at the point either where I'm necessarily seeking that out, but while it's happening, and certainly in hindsight, I can appreciate it. I'm like, that was cool. Yeah. And we know some other guys now who do that. And so there's almost a camaraderie in that sense where it's like, whether it's during that time or after, you get to check in with them. I mean, you can run down, you get Rising, DeQuisto, Bomar. I mean, there's a handful of these guys who like, they just fall off.
They're MIA.
They fall off. And you're like, where are these freaking guys? And then they just come out with a giant, and it's like, okay.
That's what it is.
That's what it takes.
Putting in the work.
Yeah. And
putting in the man hours, as they would say.
It's never fully alone. Like for the recovery, I had Chris Brackett come over and help us recover, help me recover the thing. And then we went to Spoonies and had a beer after and ate lunch. So there's that right immediately after. But while it's happening, it's like you're just in the trench.
You're in a zone.
Yeah.
And you like that. You thrive on that.
I think there's some romance to it. I think yes, I do enjoy that.
It
sucks.
It's
it hurts.
intensity, man. It's lifting weights. It's football practice. It's just intensity. You like intensity. And that's cool. I do too.
You want to suffer for it.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I actually can appreciate.
If I'm going to take a life, I want to suffer for it a little bit.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I get that a lot. I think I do purposefully hunt in places that it's hard to kill a deer because of that.
Yeah.
I don't want to listen, actually, over the last few years, I feel like I've grown into appreciating easier hunts. There is something that's really nice about having a hunt that feels like a free throw.
Yeah, the old slam dunk.
But I think that's only appreciated when it's matched with a lot of suffering in the hunt.
Yeah, we talk about that with kids all the time. It's like, the reason that I love the hunt is because I suffered as a 12 and 13-year-old kid, missing, chasing deer, not getting deer, whatever, right? And just over and over and over again doing that versus, even my own kids, if I just put them and they just kill deer or kill turkeys, it's like, how long are they going to want to do that? Because they didn't suffer for it. They didn't struggle for it. It's like, every time Dad takes us out, we kill one. Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah. Well, and that's why, now, dude, when I have a season I just kind of did there, it's like I can remember there was 3-4 years in a row, on multiple occasions where I didn't shoot a deer. We struggled. We really worked. It took a long time to figure it out, and we still are. But now you have a season like that, and you're like, oh man, I struggled for a long time for that to just barely scrape together. And so in that regard, I feel like I earned it.
Yeah. Well, dude, I mean, like I said, you put the time in the seed. I mean, I think that's the biggest, in November at least, we just talked about this on our other podcast. It's time and seed, and yeah, I'm not good at it. That's just not my style. My style is tactician, wait, know what he's doing, weather conditions aligned, wind aligns, go in, kill him.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. There's no such thing as being good at ass and seat time. You just have to have the mental toughness to stay there.
No, I think you do. Who was it? Whose stat was it that wasn't ready when the buck came out?
It was my Uncle Dale.
Yeah.
Okay, Uncle Dale. Sorry, Uncle Dale. I do think there is something to being an ass in a seat that is ready for it.
Sure.
I think that's hard to do.
It is hard.
It is.
That's what I'm saying.
You can be out there and be chilling. You could be on your phone if you have service, or just not paying attention or sleeping or whatever. But to be someone as serious as you are, and to be out there, there is to be on all the time.
It's exhausting.
It's just mental toughness. Anybody can be mentally tough.
Yeah.
It's not I'm good at it, I'm bad at it. It's art. Can you be tough?
Even
you can train it.
Yeah. The day you killed this deer, of course, it happened fairly quick. Just you kind of were in them, but. Those are the types of days when it's quiet, or even Thursday was kind of quiet. Dude, my head was on a swivel for 12 and a half hours in the same stand. When I got out of that, I was just zombie.
Oh, yeah, you're smoked.
I know the feeling. I was in the tree too with you.
Yeah, so I'm just there's definitely a thought. I mean, it's the same reason that guys will take off. I don't know how many guys I saw on Facebook this year that were starting my 15-week or 15-day rutcation, and then day one they shoot one, and I'm like, why'd you shoot that thing? Yeah. You have 15 days of rutcation. If it's the deer you were after, I get it. But most cases, it's not. It was a deer. And if that makes you happy, great. But what are you going to do for the next 14 days of your rutcation?
So it's one thing
Camp
to
cook.
It's one thing.
Maybe.
It's one thing to say I'm going to take 15-day vacation, or it's one thing to say I'm going to sit all day. Until you're at the end of day 4 of an all-day sit, like that's 12 hours every day.
Oh yeah.
Some days you might not be seeing any deer. Like that's a real challenge, and it's tough for people to stick that out or not shoot a deer that is not the one they went in for, kind of a thing. And
that's why I mean, like opening day of Pennsylvania. I don't know about anymore, but it used to be like, 10 to noon to 2 was pretty good because so many guys were like, nothing in the morning, let's go get lunch and we'll come back in, and like all of a sudden they just start bumping deer around, and guys would kill good deer at that point in time. But you also had to be willing to just be there at that, and if it's 20 degrees out, like that's hard.
Western guys are listening to this being like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, I could never.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just hike really far for like 3 weeks out of the season.
Which you got to be mentally tough to do that, too.
You got to be tough.
That shit's hard.
Yeah,
it is weird though, because like the more that we've got to know some of the Western guys, and it's no knock to them because like they do hunt hard, but
no, love
it's
them.
like
it's great
when they get to October, like especially the bow hunters. I'm like, what do you guys do? Like
Back to work.
Your season's done. Like you just went so hard for 4 weeks, and then now it's like, yep, we're done. It's snowing.
In fairness, we granted the whitetail season is a little bit longer, but the bulk of the effort is like last half of October, first half of November.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah,
it is.
But it's a long. Well, and the reason ours feels so much longer is because not that isn't, but maybe not as much. Like whitetails really have it's a lifestyle that's built around it because of the property management aspect of it, I think.
Yeah, versus like scouting and we're legal some shed hunting, but
I mean
not a lot
in
west.
any species or whatever regard. It's like it is what you make it. You can spend as much time doing that as you want. Guys that are killing 400+ inch bulls consistently.
Oh yeah,
it's because they're walking.
They got to go find
ridges relentlessly.
Yeah, to find one. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I mean, when you get into those kind of mindsets around, even what we're going into now, it's like gun season's a little different, but like once we get past gun season, it's like I won't hunt a morning anymore. It's all evening hunts. It's like
me too.
Shut them down.
Me too. Yeah, and at some point, I do enjoy those slam dunk hunts that are just like enjoyable.
It is. There's something fun to it.
HUNTR Podcast is brought to you by Lone Wolf Custom Gear.
Man, those Lone Wolf stands have become such a cornerstone of our equipment over, recently, but I mean, also we've been using these stands for a long time, even the original Lone Wolves. They're all built right here in the United States. The lines just keep getting better and better. Cody and Andre and the whole team just keep innovating and introducing new stuff into the line this year. And they've got some new things coming this year.
Yeah, so this year we've got the Patriot Series, which, a lot of people are talking about this as being the cheaper, just fixed position side of things. But let's be honest, they can be mobile too, right? They weigh 12 pounds, but they're built from a value standpoint. So for guys like us who want to have 3, 4, 5 preset stands out there for certain wins, we can put this Patriot Series out there, have them ready. Nothing better than slipping up into one of these fixed position stands that's already set on the right wind.
No doubt. And so this year, as of right now, you can use code HUNTR, HUNTR. It's a one-time use promo code. Gets you 10% off anything on the Lone Wolf Custom Gear website. That's any of the custom gear stuff, any of the Patriot Series. So whether you're planning on getting into one for the first time or you want to stack a big order here before the season, code HUNTR will get you 10% off.
Hunt like a wolf.
I've been doing a lot more bird hunting this year than probably ever before.
Very slam dunk like, huh?
Really enjoying it. And it's funny
because
nice. It's like pheasants are a non-native species.
Yep.
They're stocked.
Oh yeah.
Even in places, I was hunting in South Dakota this year, which was incredible, but even in South Dakota, they're stocked.
Put and take.
It's all stocked,
Put and take.
Mm-hmm. So there's something so non-sexy about that.
Yeah.
They're like non-native and stocked.
Yeah.
On paper,
just
I'm a little like, ooh. But
when
being out there and actually doing it, my God, it's so much fun. And like we've got a dog who is not a trained bird dog by any means. She has a natural high drive, high kill.
What is she?
She's a lab, an English lab. And we just started by like bringing her out pheasant hunting with us and like seeing if she would like it. Oh yeah, she's our dog. She's 7 years old.
Cool.
Seeing if she would like it. And then she like year after year would just start picking up on things. And she's a phenomenal pheasant hunter.
Oh,
now.
interesting.
Phenomenal. She tore her ACL like a year ago. We had surgery for her in January. So this was her like first season back after having to take some off. Her and I went out, just the two of us, and got our first bird together, just the two of us. Cool. Like she put it up and I shot it and it fell, 20 yards from me. And
was that here or Dakotas?
In Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And it was it was so much fun.
And it was like,
that's on
it was
farm.
Like November 5th. So like,
cool.
Yeah. She prioritized that over.
Yeah. That's cool though. It's a cool change up. Have you guys been seeing many grouse up in your way?
This year, no.
Here and there. Not
in years past, yes.
So depressing.
This year, no. And I'm hunting in the same-ish areas, and no.
There is an increase in bobcats, raccoons, bears, coyotes, heavy predator, for sure.
Yeah, it's my favorite
Lots
bird.
of coyotes.
Yeah, they're...
I know, I love grouse too.
That bird that you shot with your dog you just shot was a pheasant? And so it's on like where they release them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pennsylvania has a great program, a great pheasant program. So you can purchase a pheasant stamp every year. I want to say it's $26 or $27. And you can go out and hunt pheasant. It's 2 birds is the limit. I don't know what the aggregate is, honestly.
I want to say 6, but we never get there.
Because I was going to say I never get there.
No.
But they stock set number. It's not always game land. Sometimes it's on game land.
State parks.
So, yeah, it's different areas that they have listed on their website.
Oh.
And they'll give you like a window when they stock.
Okay. It's usually right before like junior pheasant season.
That's like the unsexy part of it is that it's literally.
It's like trout fishing.
Yes.
It's like, oh, hey, we put them in.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They're in there. They're in the hole.
They take it out there and they release them.
Yeah.
But I just have a really good time with it.
It's
with
fun.
My dog.
Is there a lot of pressure on that? I mean,
yes.
you see guys
but it's awesome.
There's a lot of pressure on them.
Really?
Yeah, there is.
More
a lot of
people
people love to do it. And I feel like every single person that I've ever met, like in the parking lot or like while we're actually out there walking around, is there for their dog.
Yeah.
And that's
they're just
so
enjoying it.
cool. Yeah.
Well, honestly, that's why I'm asking. I've got 2 Brittany Spaniels that...
Oh, they would
dude,
kill.
There's a pile of...
I know, dude, they're just like, it's in them. Like,
there's a pile of places right up here.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In fact, I've got trail cameras on them. I just see guys and dogs every day.
So I think they stop stalking for like a span of maybe 2 weeks right now, but then they'll start stalking again in December.
Yeah, for the late season.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'll bet even Margie would come with me on something like that. She would love to see.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, I would just like to see them because, dude, you could just see it's in them.
Well,
dude,
most
of
of
the first one they flush, they'll be like, "Oh shit, you like that? Okay, let's get
my little one.
They'll
Probably never get off the ground.
Oh, yeah,
Dude, he's a machine.
That happens.
They are dumb. Like, a lot of those.
No, my
are
little
dumb.
one is that good. I mean, he's a machine.
Or next year you can bring him up to our place. We'll do
So
it.
I'm up for something.
You got time now.
Highly
got all the time in the
recommend.
world.
Yeah,
It's a good time.
I broke when I was at Penn State my junior year, and I broke my arm because the railing broke at the Penn State Ohio State game.
Yeah, just broke on its own.
Did you get some money from that?
No, I got maced.
He broke it. Yeah,
I got maced for that.
for it.
Oh, nice.
I got maced for that for
Even
being on the
better.
field.
Better story.
But I broke my arm, so I was in a full arm cast on my
maced.
left, so I couldn't bow hunt. Like,
You couldn't do a couple things.
yeah, I couldn't do a couple things. I'm right-handed.
Come
don't worry.
on,
Couldn't
bro.
even,
Right-handed.
couldn't even butcher your hog.
Yeah, couldn't even gut your hog.
You were doing so good.
Yeah,
Sorry,
she
I'm
was
trying
so
to be
good for a while
polite.
there. But so I went pheasant hunting because I was like, I can't bow hunt, and there was a bunch of stuff. So I just would rest the gun like in the V of
shooting
that.
a pool cue.
Yeah. Well, I had a over under.
Yeah.
So
I just bought one
no
of those.
pump, right?
Yeah.
And oh, dude, I ground pound so many pheasants because I didn't have a dog. It
Okay,
was just
yeah, you
I
didn't need to
was
worry
the
about-
dog.
yeah.
Right. So I'm just like slipping through autumn olive, and I'm like, you know, and I mean that's what you ate as a college kid. Whatever you killed, you ate.
They're
That's
so
a good
pretty
time.
too. They're pretty. They make cool noises.
Yeah.
They're good to eat.
And then dove are different. Dove obviously aren't stocked, so that's like a whole different ball game. And I got to go dove hunting in Texas a couple of times.
Which is a whole different ballgame than like what we're
man.
up here.
It
was sick.
Okay, we were
Yeah.
talking about like
Yeah,
the camaraderie of like deer camp. The camaraderie and party surrounding dove hunting
Wild.
is like next
Dude,
level.
full blown country concerts after the dove hunt.
Isn't
Like,
that crazy?
Incredible.
headliners. It was
We
it was
got to
sick.
see the Randy Rogers band, and
That's
they were
freaking
so
nuts.
great.
after a pheasant, or I'm sorry, after a dove hunt. It
hunt.
was just like, hey, we're gonna
Yeah,
go
dude,
to a
they
concert.
take it serious
Yeah,
down
it was,
there.
it
yeah.
was great.
It was fun.
Yeah, meanwhile, we were, whatever, it was September 1st or Labor Day or whatever it was here. It was like, yeah, we just before they hit the power line, you shot them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you're covered in 100 ticks.
Just like sitting in a soybean field, sweat my balls off.
Again, with like the balance, it's nice to balance the like
cool.
super serious like whitetail bow hunting with the like so laid
But dude,
back
that's why we keep getting on you guys about the North Dakota muleys, because it's so early. Yeah. But when you get out there, you feel like you're like in October because the weather's so different and the terrain is so different that you're in a whole different world. Like when you step into the Badlands out there.
I like that. It's not as slam dunk as like
it's
some of these you're talking about. It's a tough hunt.
Yeah.
But the weather's generally really nice, and
there's a romance about it.
There's a romance about it. You're up and moving all the time, which is fun. Yeah. A nice contrast to like the rest of the deer season.
Do you get like a lot of stalks each day?
We did.
Yeah. Some of them are long, right? Like you're like, hey, I spotted them over here. I had to circle the whole way around, and you drive. But then you park there. Now I got to stalk the whole way down into this bottom.
Yeah, high opportunity hunts are fun.
You do drive.
Yeah,
you do drive a decent amount, but like some of them, like especially in the morning, if you spot them, like Colty, our first cameraman, he and I followed like a bachelor group for like I don't know 3 or 4 miles. I was following, like just waiting for them to go down, right? Like you're just waiting for them to bed so you're just lagging behind like a creepy uncle, like just step, in
the white van.
Yep. Is he behind? Nope. And then finally they lay down, and then once you realize the terrain they're in, you're like, shit. And so like we made a stalk on that one, and it was way closer than I thought when it popped up. But yeah, I mean, that took the whole morning, so the whole morning was like, okay, well that one's done. We either see where they went and keep going after them, or we get out and we try to go glass another.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
But yeah, it's it's cool because just like an elk hunt or whatever, like you're moving, so you're just from it is a sun up to sundown hunt, right? But you're moving, or like every once in a while we would stop back at camp and eat lunch and then go back out.
I know quite a few people who like they're whitetail hunters or they're elk hunters, and they would probably tell you that like spot and stock muleys that's like
I could see
top of the list.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, we've done it a handful of times over the years. We lived in Idaho for like 3 years.
That's right.
So we got a lot of elk hunting, antelope
Is that
hunting,
a thing? Anteloping?
mule deer hunting, all of it. And the like archery mule deer overlap at the time. I don't know if it still does. Overlapped with archery elk season. So we would be out hunting elk, and then it would be like, oh damn.
Muleys.
Nice muley.
Muley. We can get a stock on that.
That's cool.
So
yeah, I like
fun.
that.
Well, hey, I wanted to ask you, just because it's like, and it'll be too late for Thanksgiving by the time this airs, I believe, but folks can still use it for Christmas. Forgive me if it's not in, or if it's in there and I haven't read it. Do you have a good recipe for like a venison appetizer? In my mind,
that's a good question.
We just did that rumaki that was good.
Excuse me?
Yeah. So
I don't know what is
Bukkake?
it's not in the book.
Yeah, you could deviate from this, but my mind went to like the jalapeno popper.
Yeah.
Something like
That's just
bacon,
a classic.
like a classic.
Yeah, I've never.
And I'm asking literally for myself because it's like we would make this in the next day or two.
I've never done a like jalapeno popper with venison.
What?
Really?
Yeah, I have a.
Really?
I do jalapeno poppers for
Dove?
birds.
Yeah.
So yes,
Yeah.
like
I've done it
with
with
doves.
doves. Yeah.
It's good
And
with venison.
turkey.
You just have to be careful
Same
because you
thing.
can overcook it fast.
Yeah, I can give you the recipe. It's bomb.
For
I mean, you could try.
For
It's my
those?
dove recipe.
Just
but
use
you
your-
could,
just
you
use
could try
backstrap.
it for backstrap.
Okay.
You could try it on deer.
Okay.
But
Is it
also,
ground or is it like
No.
thin?
No, you would backstrap would be the best cut to use because you want it to
I've
be
got it.
tender. You don't if you would choose a tough
No.
cut, it would not be good.
Okay.
We also did another kind of appetizer, similar vein, but it's called rumaki.
Okay.
So it's more of an Asian flair. So the marinade has like think like soy sauce.
Mhm.
And then you still wrap it in bacon, but you also use a water chestnut.
Mm.
That gives it like a little bit of a crunch.
Oh, yeah.
Very
I
good.
know all about water chestnuts.
Very good.
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Very good.
so that may be
That might
better
impress
fit.
people. You'll be like, I brought my bukkake to the.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a combination of rumaki and buck and
Both
rumaki.
like same vein though, like like bacon wrapped.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't go wrong with that. Is what
We
you're saying.
we've done some nacho cheese dip.
Oh yeah,
I mean, dude,
that's a good one.
So good.
That's always a good one.
So good. Yeah, venison queso was.
How does the venison get incorporated into
ground?
Ground, and you
I
cook
see.
it separately, and then you kind of want to place it on top, or like you want to have it separately so people can like serve their queso, and then they add the meat to it. You don't want to mix it all together before.
Very easy. Very.
But that is like home run delicious. Yeah, really, really good. That's not in the book.
You're a sucker for queso.
I do love queso. Yeah. Well, I'll take one of those recipes.
I will.
Because we're supposed to bring an appetizer to Thanksgiving.
Okay, cool.
So I'd like to make something with venison.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, something besides just booze.
Check this out. I'm gonna totally butcher this. No pun intended. The guy. So not Roger at Antler Creek, but his main like right hand man that was helping us out with a lot of stuff. His name was Andrew, and had a great experience. Like he worked hard. Like dude, we drug this buck at least a half mile out. I can't remember. And I've been pretty spoiled because we can drive to like almost on the farms that we own or wherever. It's like you can drive right up to it. Like I haven't drug a deer in years. It's been a long time. This thing we drug that entire journey I told you about getting into the tree stand. Yeah, we drug it all the way out, and up at Burley. It was brutal. And he was great. And they've been like living on venison for a long, long time. He was raised on it and stuff. And he was telling me the first thing they always eat is the heart. And they do, help me with this, what do they call a very finely sliced? Like,
oh yeah, it's
very, like almost like a not puree, but like
tartare.
Yeah, tartare. Yeah.
Like a tartare. They make a heart tartare, like with a deer heart, and that's the first thing they make. I forget.
So pretty raw. I mean,
I believe
raw. Or it was like a pate. Yeah. Well, I guess they would both be raw, but.
It's a tartare is what he called it.
Yeah, I have a hard time with that.
Is that like an
heart tartare?
Is that like an acid?
I've had it a couple times. Yeah, it's like a ceviche. You can do it. You can do it.
Which I like ceviche, but
very good. But it's cooked.
Yeah. And they mix it with. He listed off all kind of delicious sounding things. I mean, you could look up any kind of tartare recipe.
No, I'm sure it's phenomenal.
Probably what it is.
That one time, that one out of a million, where you get that toxoplasmosis thing in your eye, or
oh no,
like what?
What is that like?
If you don't cook it properly, I mean, and if you don't handle it properly, there's a chance for bacteria.
Just the heart, or like all?
No, anything raw.
Yeah,
anything raw. But yeah, I mean, typically you're not eating raw backstrap.
I didn't eat it. He was just telling me about it.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm not an organ person anymore.
I would try it, but I would be careful.
When I first got into hunting, I was surrounded by a lot of people who were organ people, and so I was very much of the mindset like. You keep the liver, you keep the heart, you keep the tongue, you keep the caul fat, like you keep all of it. And I would keep all of that stuff and I would try and eat it and I wouldn't really like it. But I was like, this is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, this is how people do it. We have to do it.
I would keep the gizzards on anything that I shot that had a gizzard. And just like over time, I was like, okay, my freezer is kind of filling up
with organs,
heart and liver that I'm not choosing to eat. So then I started keeping those things and giving them to my dog. And she was into it, but actually she wasn't so into liver. She was into heart. She kind of shied away from liver. And I tried it a couple different times on her. But regardless, I've just realized it's not my thing.
Yeah,
I don't like it. And I used to be like, no, it's the right way. It's the right way. You have to do it. You have to do it. But I just don't like it.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. I don't feel so bad about it anymore.
I've had cooked heart.
If you like it, I think it's great. But
I don't know.
Yeah, we've cooked the heart 100 times. It's fine. It's good. Yeah. But the raw is you're
the raw's
kind of playing with fire.
I've truly even like living in Florida and catching a tuna. I won't eat the tuna raw like right on the boat. No, I'm gonna freeze it first.
Will you ceviche anything like?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah,
I'll do that. That's a little bit different.
Yeah, because the acids
the acid will help break it down.
The acid does like cook it. It makes it safe.
But from like a pure, let me cut it sushi-esque right there.
I mean, everybody does it, but
do you eat sushi?
She doesn't love it, but
really?
I do, but I
I had sushi last night.
I forgot.
Dude, I'm embarrassed to say this, but I like a California roll.
Who doesn't?
Yeah,
that's no, but it's not raw.
No.
Who cares?
I know, but that's
I like a shrimp tempura, and it's not raw either. So
okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Do I do raw sushi? Not so much. I will occasionally.
Like a spicy tuna roll or something?
Oh, I love it.
Occasionally, but not really, not that much.
You know, it's better than spicy tuna, spicy crab.
Ooh.
That's what we get: spicy crab roll and spicy California.
I do oysters though, so I am kind of talking out of both ends.
I like an oyster too.
I feel like you can't ever order enough sushi. I'm just like, they're like, hey, 2 rolls is enough. I'm like,
trust me, I know how to order enough sushi. We usually have
They
leftovers.
do freeze it beforehand though, so that is a little different.
Okay.
They freeze it down to like -4.
So from
or
a
something
bacteria
like that.
side, that will.
Yes. Yeah. So it
Interesting.
is safe to consume. Yeah, but
I
when we're
think
talking like pulling it right out of the ocean and eating it, it's not safe.
The
to
very
do.
first deer I ever shot, my dad got this out of Red Dawn in hindsight. He like made it seem like it was a family tradition to take a bite out of the heart.
Yeah, everybody's done that.
I was like 12 years old, so he cut the tip off the heart and like fed it.
I mean, like you're probably gonna be fine, but
I don't know.
There's
You're
a
playing
chance.
with fire.
well,
There's
that
a
was
chance.
20 years ago.
There's
so.
a chance.
He lost the finger, so.
Yeah. I haven't eaten
Yeah,
the
I mean,
heart
dude,
since. I've
even-
never done many organs like
I like my stuff
cooked.
besides sushi. I like it pretty well done.
Yeah, frankly, yeah, I like a ribeye from a cow.
Yeah, I mean, and I like mine
I'm just kidding.
medium to well. I don't.
Oh,
that's
really?
That's just me. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes, he does.
But I do like
If I
sushi on
cook
the
a s-
boat. Like, I'll take it. Give me it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is,
No.
but
Interesting.
No.
So even like if she's cooking stuff, you're like, hey, I want medium well.
do another
Yes.
couple minutes on mine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like
I
eat
cook
a
it longer for
burger,
him.
Yep.
backstrap, whatever.
Extra
Yep.
couple minutes.
Interesting.
Yep. I like
It's a
it.
flavor thing.
Are you
or
a
like
medium rare?
Maybe it's a texture
Yes.
thing. I don't know.
Agree.
I don't know.
My dad like makes a scene about it. He's like, bring it moo, and it's never rare enough for him. I'm like, dude,
Nope.
medium rare is good for
Yeah.
me. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want rare. Like, medium rare is good.
Yeah.
No, I'll still. I mean, you serve it to me, I'm gonna eat it. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
but
spit
I get it.
out.
There's a lot of people that are that way.
I am pretty good about wearing gloves when I gut.
I was going to
game
ask that. That was
animals.
my next
Yeah.
question.
When I was younger, I like didn't know. Oh, that was your next question.
That was my next question.
When I was younger, that wasn't really like top of my mind.
Yeah.
But now, just like having stories in my personal life and just seeing stories online of people getting sick from that kind of stuff, I don't want to mess with it. So we pack in. It's hilarious, actually. We have these gloves
I'm not
by.
going to bring up what you think of
We
it.
have gloves
I
by
thought that's
HME. They go
Yep.
Yeah,
up
I've
to
seen
our
I just,
that.
I just bought a
elbows.
bunch.
They're great.
Dude,
Yep.
we
Yeah.
love them.
Yeah.
I keep at least one pair in my pack at all times, and
Yeah.
that's what I got
Me
with
too.
every single time.
Listen, I tried to pull mine out on this deer, and Andrew, who recovered the deer with me, we were like, because technically he like works for the outfitter. He's supposed to like take care of our deer, but I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'll gut the thing, and I'm getting ready to, and I'm pulling these gloves out, and he's like, what are those? I was like, gloves. And the first two, I hadn't used them because I'm like, I didn't have them, or I don't usually,
whatever.
but like, I got all my sleeves and stuff dirty enough times, and I'm like, it'd be nice to just like
You
keep them.
got it. Use it. Yeah.
Why not? And I pull him out, and he's like, what are those? I'm like, gloves? He's like, no, move. Just to push me out of the way.
Whatever.
This dude like doesn't even roll up his like sleeve, just jacket and all, shoves his hands all the way up under. He's bloody up to here, like with his jackets and everything, and
Yeah.
just like, hey, get it, dude.
It makes
we've
you
all
seem
done it.
tough, but it really is.
I just saw a
not
story
worth
on
it anymore.
Facebook a couple weeks ago. Some guy said, "Hey, be careful, dude. I got a 105-degree fever in the hospital for a couple of days. Gutting a doe in Pennsylvania. He got some blood disease. Cut his finger on accident. Didn't think
Dude, I was
anything
gonna
of
say
it.
I'm always stabbing myself up in
Yeah,
there.
I mean, like a 1 in a million. But
I've got a great trick. You
I don't
have
wanna
to
be that
grab
guy.
the heart with one hand and then slip the other hand in with the knife and then cut the trachea, and then it all comes
Yeah, I
out.
do that.
I've got a
I
tactic
usually
that works
poke
for you guys
myself,
90% of the
Right,
time.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not the heart. No.
yeah, just poke.
Yeah, that's good. You gotta watch. Some of those knives are sharp.
I've been pretty good with
hell
mine
yeah.
lately. I watched my dad stab himself enough times on accident that I'm like,
I come out and I just have like electrical tape around several fingers. I'm just like, yeah, it's done.
I came across your video the other day of it's an old video. I don't know why I was serving it to me again of you of pulling the skin down, and it's just the sound. I'm like, I could listen to that all day long. It could be like my white noise going to sleep.
It really, that sound is like,
Isn't it wild?
it's magical. It's the one like sound that any hunter, like you could have your eyes closed and you'd be like, oh yeah, I know what that is.
Or the nightmare to it is you left the hide on it and it dropped to 20 degrees, and then the next day you got to take it off, and then it's like
Miserable.
Been
I
there.
am going to make a point at some point of getting an eye bolt on the floor. Just do it. It's
Just
like
to raise
it's such
them
an
up?
easy thing to do. Yeah, just to skin it that way. Like,
Yeah.
why am I fighting
Yeah,
it?
you don't
every
have to
time?
manually.
What are you doing?
Put an eye bolt on the floor beneath your like your electric hoist, and then you just hook the skin to it on the bottom.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that.
So then you just
actually.
use the hoist, and you just stand back and watch it peel all the skin off.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, that sounds really nice.
Yeah, just
we've
make
been
the right
talking
cuts.
about investing in a cooler
Mm.
because we're
Like
all,
a walk-in cooler.
yeah,
Here or in Florida?
here.
Oh, interesting.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause
October.
we hunt here more than anywhere else.
Yeah. It'd be nice if you can just skin them and put them in and let them
Although
hang.
truly, it's like even when it's too cold, it's a problem too.
Yeah, because then you're cutting frozen meat, and
Yeah.
that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been talking about it. And this is probably like year 3.
If you do it, let us know.
Forth.
I know some people that have done it. I can give you their stuff too. But we were talking about doing it in Illinois. There's the guy we bought the house from is an old trapper. He's old skinning sheds. Just
cool.
little block buildings. It would be perfect.
I have one in Ohio when I bought it.
Oh, you have
It's
one
a
too?
Cinder block little structure. It's got an air conditioner with the old restrictor plate taken off, and just I flip a switch and turn it on, and it's got gambrels in it and stuff.
That's what a lot of them are. I think
Yeah.
that's what Lucas
Just
is.
old cinder
too.
block.
It's the window unit.
Yeah, window unit
Is
restrictor plate off.
humidity controlled?
No.
Okay. But would still
With the
probably
door.
be good with a couple. Yeah, right?
Yeah,
For-
door
with a
open,
couple
door
days
closed.
would be good.
I don't know.
Probably over an extended period of time, yeah. But
But I mean, if you're letting it
yeah,
hang
for
for
a
a couple
days.
days, yeah.
I mean, how
Maybe
long?
we could just build one like that.
yeah,
That'd be
cinder
cool.
blocks and some mortar.
100%.
That's it.
Yeah.
Fine.
That's
Pour
it.
a little concrete pad,
Yep, just little door,
Yeah.
extension cord.
metal roof on it. Yep,
Yeah.
and just put that block window
Yeah,
unit
we
in
just
there.
need something to give me like a couple extra days. It's just like
Takes time.
Yeah, it's stressful when you're.
I had
like,
those coolers just all stacked outside of my house. I just kept, they were all wrapped, so it wasn't like contact with the meat itself, but it was like it took 3 or 4 evenings to get everything done and then grind everything.
Allie, can you cape a deer all the way out, like face and everything?
I mean, could I? Yeah. Do I ever? No, because I always just hack the antlers off like this.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't mount any of them?
I don't.
Really?
No. Maybe I will at some point in the future.
Probably.
But it's
Kill
just
that
not.
that ghost of the ANF.
I don't know.
What about you, Nick? You guys don't mount any?
One deer in my life.
It was his first one.
First
You
one
just
ever.
you do this like
We've got a
Yeah.
cool like
I've
steel bucket. And they go
Euro-mounted.
right in a bucket.
We do.
It looks
We
great. It
literally
actually
throw
looks
we
really
throw them in a
it
bucket.
Looks
That's
really
awesome.
cool. It's like a
I've
Christmas
Euro
tree. It
mounted.
Yeah.
And I've like really taken my time Euro mounting. Like I don't use a pressure washer. I keep the bones in the nose
Oh,
are
yeah.
these like crazy beautiful
Yeah.
curled. And I sit there with tweezers and
Dude, I'll tell you what. Somebody
yeah.
talked me into trying it with a pressure washer. They showed me ones. They've done it.
Yeah.
They keep the nose bones in them.
really?
Yeah. That's why I didn't do it for a long time either.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's just how long it sits like cooking
Yeah.
per se to
Big part
loosen
of it.
everything versus
Yeah.
like there's a fine line there where it's so loose that when you blast it everything's going.
Right.
Whereas if it's just up to that point, you might not be able to peel it off, but that can pressure wash.
Yeah. I've heard good
Interesting.
things. Yeah. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
it.
I'll
Yeah.
have to give it a try. But yeah, I've Euro mounted a couple.
What's
and
interesting
then
though,
we
because
bucket
you've had
the
your
rest
knife
of
in a
it.
lot of deer though. I bet you would. I don't know if enjoy is the right term, but you would appreciate
Oh yeah,
caping out a
when
deer.
when you get to the eyelids and then the eyelashes come off.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah, no, I've done it to Euro mount.
You have. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm. But I've never intentionally like caped a deer for mounting.
I've come to appreciate that skill.
Yeah,
like
it's
we.
fun.
You know,
Oh,
I have
yeah.
actually. I'm about to pay for my first piece of taxidermy ever.
Whoa.
The pheasant that Abby and I shot, just her and
Nice.
I kept it.
That'll be
Very
cool.
Come out.
That'll be
Mhm.
cool. Not to cut us short, but I gotta
Get a
run.
roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Fine.
Sorry. It's
All
like 2 hours, 3 hours, pretty fast.
no, that was great.
2.5 hours.
That was
3
fun.
hours?
And we go eat.
I appreciate you guys.
Well, we're gonna make this
A yearly
A
thing.
yearly
We should
thing.
plan on
Yes.
it the week of Thanksgiving
Yes,
every year.
this time is good for us.
Okay.
perfect. Well, we appreciate you guys coming. Happy Thanksgiving. Good luck during gun season.
Thank you.
Thank
Nick, are you
guys so
just like
much.
designated driver?
No, I'm designated. You go here,
Camp
you
it.
go here, you
Oh,
go here, you
yeah.
go here. Then when
You're
you get
the-
one, call me. I'll drag it out.
You're the supervisor.
Yeah.
I got it. Very
Nah.
cool. That's a good position to be in.
I like it.
Well, cool. Well, we appreciate everyone listening to HUNTR Podcast, episode 290.
291.
291. Holy thanks for keeping me in line, Allie.
Got you.
Jeez, what would we do? 291. 291. And we'll catch y'all on the next one.
Later.
Take me